Alright, how we doing, guys? Just live stream today. Got my brother with me. How you doing, Hendo? What are you up to today? I'm gonna turn down the fucking commentary of this. Alright, who wins the... Oh, definitely Essendon. What the fuck is that? That sucks. Collingwood's jersey sucks. The Anzac Day jersey, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Nothing.
You can't really see the differences in there, Guernsey.
I kind of wish Sydney did one this year, but anyway, they didn't. So with about, what, a couple of minutes to go, you've picked Collingwood today, haven't you?
Yeah.
You picked Collingwood, I've picked Sydney. Watching you and playing Terraria. I don't know what that game is, but I'm sure it's good. Yeah, I've picked Collingwood. I think it'll be a close game, though. I hope it's a close game. I hope it's not a fucking blowout. So no late changes, guys. Subs are Nick Hine for the Bombers and Harvey Harrison for Collingwood. Oh, yuck, he just spat into his glove. Ew. Is that gross?
Oh.
I think that's gross.
Probably most of them do it.
Yeah, but to sit... Alright. So players moving to their position now, guys. So it looks like Sam Durham may be tagging Nick Dacos. Big matchup between both of them. Sam Durham did really well last week on Marcus Bontempelli. But the traditional Essendon v Collingwood Anzac Day clash is underway. The siren sounds. And a massive game between both of these teams. Collingwood 3-3, Essendon 4-2. From the bounce down, here we go. Draper takes it out of the ruck, gets the first clearance. A lot of controversy from him last week. Quaynor did well to knock it away. Fighting hard as crisp. Almost dropped it out of there. Another stoppage will be called early. So again, subs are Nick Hine for the Bombers and Harvey Harrison for Collingwood. Cameron tried to take it out of the ruck. Couldn't do so with it though. Now the Bombers. Merritt did really well. Handball over the top to Cox, Gresham, Martin. And now Jones has a little option in the pocket. Short little kick was nice. Hit up Langford on the lead. So the Bombers will have the first opportunity at goal. Great kick there from Harry Jones. Been pretty important for them the last couple of weeks, especially with Peter Wright being out of the side. Obviously back today as well.
Yeah, that was a bit too easy for Essendon to get through that.
Yeah, a couple of easy kicks, just pretty easy out of the stoppage there. So Kyle Langford, very important player for the Bombers. Been a little bit quieter so far this year. Obviously had a massive 2023 with the 50 plus goal season. Was in the 40-man squad for All Australian, but Kyle Langford comes in. Oh, he's left it out to the right. It fades back pretty nice. And the Bombers have the first goal of Anzac Day. Great kick as well. I thought it was missing, but it came back nice.
Yeah, normally he's a pretty reliable kick, so I'm not surprised that went through.
Yeah, alright, sorry, let's turn the wrong way. Alright.
There's been a lot of bit of criticism on Jordan De Gully, so he might want to start showing up to today. Good chance of him winning the Anzac Day medal. So he did.
Yeah, just a little bit too easy coming through the front of the stoppage there, though. Just easy handballs coming through.
From any Collingwood player there. He did. Jordan De Gully did start well. Did finish the game well against Port Adelaide last week. So if he can get back to that form, he should be all right.
So Cameron with the knockdown. Good tackle from Draper onto Goey. Locks him up. So Draper, big game for him today. Obviously had a pretty poor game last week in the controversy after the game of the Swan Dive.
Yeah.
Back in the ruck. Cameron wins it down. Coming through hard was Gresham. Well done there from Crisp. Got it out to Hill. Little soccer underground. And Schultz takes it off the ground. 60-metre kick off the ground. Lands in the forward pocket. Mackay gets there first, but he sees it out of bounds. So forward stoppage here for Collingwood. First time inside their forward 50. So it looks like Lockie Schultz playing a little bit up the ground in the first few moments of this game.
Yeah. He's played pretty poorly, to be honest, at the start of the season. So maybe get him around the ball, get him
a few early touches as well. So from the ruck down, Cameron Lipinski Kicked 3 goals last week. Got tackled well, though. So a couple of first-time games at Anzac Day. Xavier Dersman would be one of them. Mackay as well, playing in a huge crowd. So Heppel, he gets the clearance. Dangerous-looking ball. Got a nice bounce, though, to get it outside of the area. Dacos should get there first with Quainer. Dacos, great pick-up. Jammed it on the boot. High inside the forward 50. Cox should get a free kick. Did well to sit under the high ball. Inside kick to Merritt. And look to switch the play here, the Bombers. So Mackay gives it off to McGrath. At half-back, they're looking to take it on the members' wing here, the Bombers. Nice-looking kick. Hit up Harry Jones. Looks like he's playing in between the arcs so far. Looking for an option. Just works it in short and he just hit Martin then. Made him work for it. So Martin goes wide. Just hit Stringer inbounds. He's just outside 50 on the mark. Maybe setting himself up. I don't know about this. He's a long way out from goal here, Jake Stringer.
He's got to centre this. He's got to put this about 20 out.
I don't think he's got the length in there.
No.
Surely not. Well, this will get the Bombers fans up and about. Jake Stringer comes in from outside 50. Sends a long ball towards goal. He's got it there, Jakey Stringer. Oh, the package delivers on Anzac Day. I did not think he had the distance in him at all, but he launched it. And the Bombers have the first 2. Well, I didn't think he had it.
No.
Great finish from Jake Stringer. Guess maybe early minutes of the game. He's got all his energy in him, a lot of adrenaline pumping through. Maybe that's why I got there, but a great finish. And the Bombers' first 2 goals of the game, and they've been able to move the ball pretty easily so far. I don't know if there's a bit of a breeze going that direction, but that took a big push to the right as well from the kick.
Yeah, that was pretty flush, that kick.
Yeah, he flushed that. So back in the middle we go. Draper, another tack down. Fighting hard was Dacos. Got pushed off it a little. Then went on top of it. May have sat on it a little. The umpire circles and he pins him. So the Bombers getting it their way early. Merritt will get the free kick in the middle. Yeah, they started well, Hendo. Way too early to tell, though. And they've had a pretty poor start last week against Port Adelaide. So we'll see how they go. Merritt works it out wide to the outer wing. Hits up Cox. Had a few touches early, the young man. Been a mainstay down back so far this year. Sends a high ball inside the forward 50. Draper goes up early. Brought it to ground. Stringer coming through. So is Harry Jones. And what a hot start for the Bombers. 3 quick goals. Harry Jones snaps it through. And this is a really hot start from the Bombers. Holy crap. I didn't see this coming. Very early days. The Bombers looking incredibly dangerous going forward.
I don't know what Collingwood are doing, but they've played like they've played the first quarter against Port Adelaide last week. This is
It's a very poor start. They're not leaving any touch on Bomber on any
they
Essendon
have
player.
not laid a touch on them.
How you doing, Emma? You're a supporter of Collingwood. It was not a very good start. I don't think this would... There's still a long way to go. Just again, like no touch on Stringer coming through. Who could have snapped that goal. No touch on Harry Jones. Now that was a bit tough. I mean, he got it. He was in the marking contest. Quickly got out and did well. So 3 quick goals to the Bombers early. Only 3.5 minutes of playing time gone.
They've only had 3 touches to this start of the game.
And Stringer comes bursting through the stoppage. The kick was interrupted. Cox fighting hard with Josh Dacos. Quaynor just sockets it off the ground towards the boundary line. That will be deliberate. So Essendon will get the free kick here. A chance here to bomb it back inside the forward 50 once again. Bombers are dominant early. So they go long here, Caldwell. Long ball. Goldstein sits under it. Spoiled away from Moore. Now Merritt try to get boots of ball. Good smother from Pendlebury. Dersma got took hard. Gresham out the back to Parrish. Snapping ball towards goal. He's got it there, Darcy. Great finish from Parrish. And the Bombers, 4 quick goals. The crowd are in raptures at the moment.
I don't even think the Collingwood players know what's happened the first 5 minutes of this game.
We're not even 5 minutes in. This is still 4 minutes into the game. Collingwood players are stunned. Can you believe this hot start? 4 goals to nothing. in 4 minutes of footy. They've been dominant through the middle of the ground.
This has been pretty pathetic, really.
Collingwood, I'd be interested to see their tackles laid, because they don't seem to have laid one tackle so far. Like, an effective tackle to lock it up. Just a little bit easy, just handball out. Snuck it home. Of course, very early days, but great start nonetheless.
They've trailed their opponents so far in every contest.
So back in the stoppage, free kick's been ripped out. It will go Essendon's way once again. So it will go to Goldstein. And another clearance will go the Bombers' way here. So now Goldstein wants to go long once again, pumping into the danger zone. Wright can get there. Good spoil from Cameron. Mitchell got a high one. Play on. Dacos steps through a couple. Did well. Now Collingwood can go. Schultz off to Noble off the half-back line. Loves a little bit of a gallop, this guy. Long kick for Myercheck. Good grab. They have a couple of options here, Collingwood. Oh, Myercheck sends it up the chimney for the Flyers. One of them's Hoskin Elliott. Dersma did well to get back, spoil it away. Who will get there first? It's Laverde. He's nearly got pushed out of there by Lipinski. Handball was a little bit smothered. It was pushed off it, sorry, but it went out of bounds. So a forward stoppage once again here for Collingwood. They really need to start playing some more defensive pressure right now. The Bombers have been just able to get away too easily so far. So Collingwood for the second time have a forward stoppage here. Goldstein taps it down. Elliott couldn't grab it. Dacos and Merritt meet it hard. Cox got it out to Josh Dacos. Spun around, did well. Ball towards the teeth of goal, but he kicks it way too wide, out of bounds on the fall from Josh Dacos. So again, the Bombers will have the football. They need to up the pressure here, Collingwood. Low ball turned over. Here they go. Lipinski, great spoil. Elliott, Lipinski, and now Myercheck. High ball snapping towards goal. And here come Collingwood. Good finish from Myercheck. That's the better pressure we need to see from Collingwood today. And they got their first on the board.
Well, that seemed like the only way that Collingwood were actually going to score was
a mistake from Essendon.
And Nick Martin normally is a reliable kick. So
yeah, that wasn't a very good kick at all, to be honest. He needed to get... Yeah, I think he just needed to go long there. Because they've looked more dangerous in the air in the first few minutes. Just to go too short. That may switch on Collingwood, though. That was pretty good pressure there from Lipinski.
Yeah, well, the man from last week, him and Hoskin Elliott,
yeah, they
started it last week. Two that got disposals there.
Yeah, well, exactly. Great work in the end. And Myercheck on the scoreboard as well. So, got a couple of forwards into the game here for Collingwood. What a hot start to this game. Basically, just over 5 minutes of playing time. We've seen 5 goals in this game. So here we go. Back in the middle we go. Goldstein with the tap down towards Durham. Dives in. Couldn't grab the ball though. Caldwell fighting hard. Threw that out. Play on though. Hobbs looking for the high one and he got it as well. So the Bombers will get another clearance here. He's got Dersma working out wide. He's going to go high and long though. Langford's there, so it's Harry Jones. Should have marked it, hit his chest and then dropped it onto the ground. Cameron, Moore, and now Noble. Through to Pendlebury. They can work off half back here, Collingwood. Just working it through hands. Out wide they go now, the Pies. They've got a few options up forward. Could be locked down. Fighting to go long, and it's not a very good kick. Cut off by Cox again. Oh, in fact, that was Kelly, sorry. So now McGrath works it in short. Into the middle of the ground. Gresham, back to McGrath. Feigned the give and did well. He has to go with a long kick here towards centre half forward. Moore is there. Noble to Cameron. Don't know if he's much of a distributor. Gives it a howl. And they're under pressure again, the Pies. Got the handball smothered. Noble has some time to regather. Wide looking ball. Crisp and Goldstein. Goldstein got a fist to it. And now Cox gets there. Good tackle from Crisp. Just got the handball away there, Cox though. Laverde dropped it. Should be pinned, wasn't. Parrish got rid of it to Laverde. Out the back they go. Redmond just jams it on the boot. Inside the forward 50 just. Cameron sits under it. Got hands to it. Couldn't bring it down. Caldwell probably gave away a high free kick and he did. So Collingwood will get the free kick. It's Scotty Pendlebury who gets it at halfback. I think you said he needs 10 disposals today.
No, 4.
4 disposals and he'll get his the record, what, 10,000?
Think so, yeah.
Yeah, 10,000. So that's their first free kick of the game, Collingwood. Long ball down the wing. 1-on-1 is Mackay and Myercheck. Myercheck will get the free kick. So kick the first goal for Collingwood.
They just need to slow it down a bit, I think, Collingwood, just to get back some momentum.
So now it's Josh Dacos out on the wing. He can go forward with a kick. It's a nice looking ball. Hoskin Elliott got hands to it. Couldn't bring it down. McQuarrie. Great rove. Ball towards the teeth of goal. Bobby Hill stands. Oh, almost delivered in the end. Good play there from Nick Martin to knock him over the line. And the first minor score of the afternoon. Collingwood just starting to regain some momentum in the past few minutes. So Nick Martin will take the kick in. Left the square. Love to see that as an AFL fantasy owner. Durham at halfback.
At least he hit the target this time.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he went a lot longer too. So Durham towards the wing, dangerous looking ball. Almost got knocked out of it there, I think, Laverde, but play onto the call. Dacos inside the forward 50 again. Elliott's on his own, 3-on-1 in Collingwood's favour. And out the back, McQuarrie fumbles once, twice, gathers. He's turned it over. Terrible for McQuarrie. The pressure got to him.
Oh.
Josh Dacos met hard. Play on. Elliott snapping ball towards goal, and it bounces through for a behind.
Now McQuarrie thought he was already on goal. And
He's already thinking about the celebration.
Yeah, he was, and that's
Cost them a real opportunity there.
That should have been 2 goals.
I think that's play on. There's nothing wrong with that from Redmond, in my opinion. So McGrath will take the kick in here for the Bombers. Long kick out towards the wing. Up goes Peter Wright. First game back. There's his first touch. Been out for the last 4 weeks through suspension.
Ugh.
Gives off the handball. Dangerously to Hobbs. He's about to get dragged down. Just got the handball away. Dersma.
Oh.
Out the back to Wright. And he'll get a free kick, Dersma. Oh, and a bit of push and shove here. So it's going to be a free kick to Pendlebury. Little bit of back chat there from Ben Hobbs. Still going, Ben Hobbs. You can see him still chatting along. But Pendlebury will kick the ball long towards the forward 50. Cox stands under it. Good hands. Wonder if he's got the Travis Cloak glove on there, Mason Cox. He plays on now. Sends it to the top of the goal square. Up goes Hoskin Elliott. One from Mackay. Mychek snapping on goal. He's hooked it too much. So Collingwood's starting to get it up in their forward 50 for the first time today. Both teams have 4 scoring shots, but Essendon have been able to convert their chances so far. So now Redmond just works into the back pocket. Hits up Laverde. So now Laverde works it out wide. Up goes Caldwell. Good hands. He's been good the last few weeks. Jai Caldwell in the middle of the ground. Really bringing that defensive pressure. So Caldwell goes more into the middle of the ground for Draper. Good grab from Draper as well. Frampton has to do better there. Draper turns around, goes long. Free man is Langford. Great mark from Jeremy Howe going back with the flight. He does that throughout his whole career. Inside kick was a bit dangerous though. Turned it over to Durham. Should have been 50 against Mitchell almost. So he just goes in short. And now Cox jams it inside the forward 50. And all on his own. Almost Marcus Gresham. Needed to go harder there.
Well, he's played on. He just played on there. If you give the handball, he's just played on.
I think he had to go behind his mark, I guess.
Well,
I don't know. So, he had to go for it, Gresham. I don't know why he needed to go harder there.
Yeah.
So Darcy Moore has taken the mark. Had a pretty decent start after the hot couple of quick goals from the Bombers. Long kick, Durham again. Been really important player for them the last few years. Being picked up as a mid-season draftee. Puts it back inside the forward 50 for Peter Wright.
Got it.
Great grab. Really important inclusion this week. He's taken a couple of strong grabs early. Just had no touch on him again.
Nah.
That's a great grab.
Yeah, they're just killing them in the air at the moment, the Bombers. And it might not have been a bad decision to bring Peter Wright in.
Yeah, I'm surprised all 3 of them are in.
Yeah.
So now Peter Wright for his first goal back in the team. Straight through the middle, and the Bombers have 5. So Durham having a really good start to this game. 4 touches so far and 3 marks. Nick Cox as well. Been patrolling that half-back line with the 6 touches and a mark as well. On Collingwood's side, Scotty Pendlebury's had the 3 touches and 2 tackles as well. And Brody Myercheck with the 1 goal for Collingwood. Probably been their best so far.
They still just need some touch on the ball and the opposition player, Collingwood. They just can't
Hey,
get
the
anything.
jumper, they're going to play that to Collingwood. Play on to the call. Mitchell with the clearance. Tumble punt towards the centre half forward. McQuarrie fighting hard. Tackled well by Martin. Hopefully Bombers can hold this up. Well, they've started pretty well. Collingwood have caught back in the past few minutes, but quick goal from the Bombers gets them in front by 21 points. Cox with the knockdown. Crisp tried to gather it. Couldn't do so. Cox went in hard. A little bit unlucky against De Gully, but he gives away the free. He needs to get involved. I don't think De Gully's even touched this. I think he's only had maybe 1 touch.
Yeah, he hasn't started well, and yeah.
To be fair, a lot of his teammates haven't done much so far either.
Yeah.
So he switches the play. So Dersma goes along with the kick. Outer wing of the MCG for Draper. Got a hand to it. Did well. Kelly. Happy to see it out of bounds.
I'm seeing a lot of what happened in the first quarter last week against Port Adelaide, Collingwood. They're just
playing off their man a little bit. It's just they need to be on the. There's just no touch on the Essendon players. There's the uncontested mark, 16-2. Just getting it way too easily, way too much easy transfer. Merritt with the clearance towards our forward. Just missed the Collingwood player there. Maynard sits on top. There'll be a ball up. Hobbs looking for a high free kick, didn't get it. So about 70 out from Essendon's goal. Cox with the knockdown. Durham fighting hard. Parrish did nicely. Just ricocheted off the foot of Merritt. Dersman, now Martin, and now Kelly. Running hard is Will Hoskin-Elliott behind him. Kelly still trying to gather the footy. Hobbs did well. Handball over the top to Merritt. Tried to tap to his own advantage. Just stayed in. Ooh. Only for a moment though. If he kept that in, that would have been a bit of a dangerous one. So Cox from the tap down, straight to Parrish. Inside 50 ball from the clearance. Right in front, brought it to ground. Davey. Free kick's been ripped out. It's going to go Peter Wright's way. He's causing problems for the Collingwood defence so far. I have to see that free kick again, though.
Yeah,
that didn't look like a lot in it.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's the arms around.
Yeah, he couldn't get his... Yeah.
He couldn't get his hands up. It's fair enough. So Peter Wright's already kicked 1 this afternoon. 5 goals straight from set shots this year as well. Always been a pretty reliable set shot kick, Peter Wright. He'll kick just outside the forward 50. Sends a long ball. UB's got it there. Kevin Sheedy loved it. Sitting in the stands today. And the Bombers have 6 goals to start this first quarter. Knew it as soon as he got it off the boot. You saw it. Straight through the middle. And Collingwood have some question marks early. Very similar to last week. Port Adelaide, I think, kicked 6 goals in the first quarter as well.
Yeah.
Or in the first quarter and a bit, at least. But Collingwood were able to fight their way back there, but this has not been a very good start to Anzac Day for the Pies. But that's what you need to do against Darcy Moore. You need to play him one-on-one, because if you always have him in a contested situation, he'll just like walk off. He'll just play his intercept game.
Yeah.
So back in the ruck, Draper fighting hard. Stringer tapped it towards Merritt. Against the grain, did well. Durham out wide to Heppel. Almost got pressured up, did well to get rid of the handball. Now Hobbs towards the wing, good spoil. I think it was Maynard. Now Lipinski got met hard by Heppel. Schultz across the wing, did well. Crisp about to get dragged down by Durham. He's been good early. And now he's dragged down Maynard.
Well, that's holding the ball, isn't it? He just lost the ball.
It's been paid as well. So Caldwell gets the free kick. Great pressure from the Bombers. Maynard had no awareness whatsoever, and Durham started brilliantly. So was Caldwell as well, with both of them with the pressure.
Oh, lovely.
Long ball, nice kick, hit up Durham, just talking about him. Really important player. Sends a long ball for Peter Wright. He's looking dangerous early. Got hands to it. Almost dragged it down. And it goes out of bounds. 6.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Bombers have dominated. They're actually taking their chances as well, the Bombers. 13 inside 50s and they've kicked 6 goals. A lot of teams we see nowadays not taking their chances in when they have their moments, but they're doing it really well, Essendon, so far. Draper with the tap down. Gresham tucked up in the pocket, snapping it towards the top of the goal square. Jones is there. Howe almost took the mark. Josh Dacos. Terrible handball. Got it back from Quainer. Now Dacos to Pendlebury. Feigned the give. Then went back inside to Cameron. Just had to get it on the boot. Towards the wing for Cox. Great mark, Mackay. So he just hit his record there, Scott Pendlebury, but it was a turnover. So not much of a highlight. But anyway, now the Bombers have it in the centre of the ground. Martin wants to switch it to Mackay. Now Heppel. So now Heppel wants to go long into the pocket. Stringer on his own. Goes up. Almost dragged it down too. Durham, good tackle on Quainer. Gives it out to Pendlebury. And now to Goey. One of his first touches of the game. It's a nice looking kick to Hill. Takes it on the wing of the MCG. Doesn't have a lot of options. Just has to kick a little ball over the top to grass. Elliott did well for the moment and sees it out of bounds.
That's probably the best result for Collingwood because they had no one.
Had no one up forward. So Scotty Pendlebury just hit the milestone of 10,000 disposals. Not the best disposal to bring up the old 10,000, but anyway. Congratulations, Tim. I think it's the first. It'll be the first ever player in VFL AFL history to reach that milestone. Been a star for so long. From the tap down, Goldstein out the back to Merritt. Let it go. Just got it to Laverde. High ball towards the wing once again. Howe sitting under it with Moore. Draper as well. Now Maynard just taps it forward to space. Lipinski couldn't gather it. And Caldwell bumped out of bounds. And now Durham goes to him. Don't know if you've been talking too much there, Maynard. You haven't done much so far. And Durham's done really well so far in this match. Collingwood only taken the 5 marks.
Yeah, that's really bad.
The Bombers have just dominated possession. There'll be a free kick out of the ruck, though, going Cameron's way.
Yeah, it's a glaring stat that, 22 marks difference.
Yeah. Inside kick to De Goey. He's got the whole 50 to go into. He works it out wide to Quaynor. Missed kick, though. He has to run back and get it. Jones with the pressure. Gave out the handball. Josh Dacos. Little short kick was not the best. Missed Schultz. Heppel went to ground. He could be under pressure here. Yeah, Schultz rocks him up. Player on the ball got out and then dragged back under him. And the umpire calls for a ball up. So the ball just got out. A bit tough, though. Should have given away the free kick to begin with. Should have given the free a lot earlier. So just over 4.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Bombers have dominated. Rough conduct! He put his knee up, for fuck's sake!
The thing is, Draper didn't even jump. All he did was put his knee up and...
What do you mean rough conduct? I've seen rougher conduct in kindergarten.
Run...
Oh, they're saying that like he did that... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even think Cameron felt it.
That's low impact, if anything.
Yeah, that'll be a week. So Cameron goes long to the top of the goal square. Draper stands under it. He got a little bit of toe on Mason Cox, but it wasn't called as rough conduct.
I think he just told the umpires to fuck off, so I'll take that one. Is there anything wrong with that one?
So now Draper goes long towards the wing. Cameron stands under it. Went on there from right to bring it to ground. Pendlebury got the handball to Mitchell, and now to Goey. Been pretty quiet so far. Sends a check side towards goal.
No.
Should have gone with a straight shot kick, to be honest.
With a straight shot there, he would have had more
of a connection on it.
Yeah, more of a connection or more of a chance of kicking that.
So Collingwood just can't convert their chances so far. Hey, Brandon. That's the guy. Brandon, by the way, Jack. That's the guy who's leading the tipping comp right now.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What did you say? Hey, guys. Hope only 5% of people pick Essendon if they win. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Sorry, does that mean you picked Essendon? Because I picked Collingwood.
Yes.
So from the ruck, both ruckmen miss it. To Gully. Diswell inside handball. Went on there from Gresham, but Mitchell gathers it cleanly. Crisp. Off to Noble. The electrizer bunny. Good kick in the end. Hits uphill. That was terrible from me, but anyway. Good kick in the end.
Well, I've just said...
The energizer bunny, I was trying to say.
In the last 5 minutes, you've seen Goey come into the game, and...
Yeah, I think he's had 3 or 4 touches in quick succession as well.
And if they get into the best, one of their good distributors in Noble to kick that inside 50.
It's a good mark from Hill as well. got the hands out. So many players don't do that anymore. Oh, you picked the Pies as well. Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah, I picked the Pies, so I won't be able to catch you if they lose. Still a long time to go in it though. Bobby Hill to get the crowd up and about for Collingwood. Kicks towards goal and he's hooked it to the left. Another miss from Collingwood. Both teams with the same amount of shots on goal. Well, same amount of scoring shots. But Essendon have converted all their shots on goal to... And Collingwood have only got the one to show for it.
Well, like we were saying about momentum, is just that it's a big thing these days.
that was not 15. Anyway, yeah, exactly. And Essendon have taken their chances so far with the momentum. Collingwood have got back a bit of momentum in the past few minutes, but haven't been able to get it on the scoreboard. Great mark from Cameron, though. Right in front of the interchange gates. 2.5 minutes to go. Yeah, I think most people take the Pies. You're right, Hendo. I was be surprised how many people would have picked Essendon. But they've started very well. So now Cameron, absolute mongrel inside 50. May work. Elliott probably should have marked. DeGoey over the top handball. He's missed. Noble couldn't get it to it. Merritt was held without it. Now McGrath. Langford over the top. And they've got numbers here, the Bombers. Davey feigned the give. Eventually gave it off to Hobbs. He's got a few options forward. One of them is Jones. Great grab. He's got players streaming forward, but I think you're right. He should go back.
Yeah.
Merritt did well to take the body there. Just bodylined the ball, did well, and the Bombers got out the back pretty convincingly in the end. And it's really the first time in the last 5 minutes that they've been able to break away. And now they can make Collingwood pay on the scoreboard. Couldn't convert on their end, Collingwood. But Harry Jones already got one this afternoon. Been a pretty big inclusion this year after being out for the majority of 2023. And he's gone for goal. Nearly snuck it in, but just left it out to the left-hand side. Who is your favourite YouTuber? Ooh. Dilly Dog. No, that was my old channel. That's actually quite interesting. I'm not too sure. I probably think, like, Moist Critical. But anyway, Collingwood go down the other end. And Jamie Elliott in the goal square. And Collingwood get a late goal here to get back within 4 goals. Yeah, probably Moist Critical. Boundary riders, yeah, exactly. That's the only right answer you can say.
Well, that was one of the most cleanest passage of play Collingwood have had all day, or all quarter. We'll just say quarter because it's only the first one. Yeah, so
good transition from Collingwood as well. It was a little bit too easy, but they'll take it. They've been pretty well beaten in this first quarter.
Yeah, it was probably not the best matchup. Heppel on Bobby Hill.
Yeah. If Bobby Hill got out the back, he was always going to get
Bobby Hill was going to win that all day once he got out the back.
So back in the middle we go. Goldstein couldn't win it down. Cameron tried to soccer it off the ground, left the ball behind. Goldstein went in hard. Pendlebury got it out to Dacos. Inside 50, ball's nice. Mychek took the mark. Mackay made him earn it. And a late chance here for Collingwood to get 2 goals. Get right back into the game. Right now, Collingwood's best player is probably Scotty Pendlebury.
Yeah, the experience.
He's definitely stood up in this first quarter. That was a good kick from Dacos inside the forward 50. That was Nick. With 30 seconds to go, a chance here for Mychek to get his second. Get Collingwood back within 14 points. So here comes Mychek on the runway. Goes long towards goal. He's left it out to the left-hand side. Another missed opportunity.
They've had more scoring opportunities, and they're down by 19 points.
A lot of wasted chances in this first quarter from Collingwood. Essendon supporters are scared of Elliott. Yeah, I agree with that. So Laverde now in the back pocket. He'll go long. This should be the scoreline for quarter time. Moore, good body on right, took a good mark. Maybe one last chance if he pumps it in quickly. Looks like he's taken too long. He goes long to the pocket for Bobby Hill. But the siren sounds at the MCG. Anzac Day. Essendon, hot start in this one. They kick the first 4 goals of it. They lead at quarter time. 6-1-37 to the Collingwood. 2-6-18. So a really great start from the Bombers. First 4 quick goals of it. Collingwood fought their way back, but to be honest, after that first 4 goals, Collingwood only, 2 goals, 6.
Yeah,
so it was 18 to 13. So, despite Collingwood probably having a better second half of that first quarter. Right now, Collingwood are getting well beaten in a lot of areas of the game. Just didn't take a lot of their chances, though. So looking at the statistics right now, guys. Top disposal getter on the ground, Andrew McGrath for Essendon. Pendlebury and Noble, 7 each for Collingwood. And then Martin and Cox also with 7. Parrish with the 6. Mitchell, Merritt, and Heppel with 6 as well. So is Durham. I'd probably say Durham's been best on ground so far. I loved his defensive pressure early. Even though he doesn't have a tackle. There's a lot more to defensive pressure than tackling.
Yeah.
I thought he's brought a lot of... he has definitely brought a lot of defensive pressure early. I agree. I believe anyway. Yeah, if I had to say so far, like 3-2-1 votes, I'd probably give it to Durham with the 3, Merritt with the 2, and Wright with the 1 at the moment.
Yeah, I think Andy McGrath's been a bit underrated. To be honest, all season, but I think he's been pretty good in this game.
Yeah, he'd be up there so far as well. He's had already 200 metres gained as well. That half-back line in a quarter is fucking pretty big.
Yeah, it's a big stat now these days. It's metres gained.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most important statistics on the for a half-backer now. Not so much disposals. It's how you can propel forward. But a good start though, nonetheless, from Essendon. Yeah, I took Collingwood. No, I think they'll come back. I don't think they'll leave this one out to dry that easily. Just looking at what is it, the AFL fantasy or whatever. I think Nick Martin's my vice captain today, so we'll see how they go. Yeah, Nick Dacos barely touched it. I thought he would have done a lot more.
You didn't pick Maxi Gawn for your vice?
Yeah, I was going to. I told you that on Monday, but I didn't change it. I forgot.
Oh yeah, well that was
dumb.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Well, to be fair, at quarter time he was only on like 25, so I was like, oh, he's not
only
gonna
on
do much.
25. That's
I know it's
still
trash.
averaging.
Yeah, whatever. I could have.
100.
I could have, but I didn't because I'm a moron.
So what is he on at quarter time anyway?
McMahon,
Yeah.
29. So still pretty decent.
Yeah,
I would
still
take
pretty
that.
good, yeah.
That's trash. Fuck him. Also, guys, thanks for the support on the considering the recent Bondi Junction incident and the existence of Bondi Beach TV. Bondi deserve a team. Okay, bro. Thanks for the support on the recent 20th AFL team video. We've got 21,500 views on that video now. Holy shit. And I'm going to be making a part 2 to that video as well. So, nearly finished the edit for it. So it should be out on Monday. So, I think it's the best video that you've ever seen. You already said that anyway, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's the best video that's going to be released. We've already had the best video drop. I think it's nearly our top rated video on the channel.
It would be.
No. I think the trailer video is still bigger. Yeah, the trailer video has got 23,000 views.
Well, I think
So it's close.
But it will probably go more. Probably.
You would think. Let's just keep going, eh? Yeah, that trailer video has got 23.3 thousand, and the 20th team is 21 and a half. So it's close. What's your favourite Anzac Day game moment? You got the likes of like Jared Blair in the Jared Blair moment. Obviously the mine's probably David Zaharakis.
Yeah, I think mine is. Yeah. That was one of the best moments in an Anzac Day game, and it's what everyone remembers about. One of the best moments in Anzac Day was the finish of that game.
Yeah. The drunk Bombers fan behind them going,
Surprise, it's the Bombers fan. That's the only one that surprised me out of the whole lot.
Yeah, I thought it would have been a Collingwood fan. But they're not in front of the
They're not in front, so yeah, you can kind of see why that's not.
No, the Bombers blitzed them early.
Yeah,
Collingwood didn't want to lay a touch on them.
No, and to be honest, it was from pretty much 90% of the quarter that they just couldn't get a touch on them, and it wasn't for since DeGoey got into the game, and
that last few minutes, 10 minutes of the quarter.
Yeah, that they just didn't look like they wanted to be there, or they were shocked of the occasion for such.
Yeah, which is kind of shocked. It is kind of shocking. See how the game tonight starts at 7. I thought Port Adelaide was supposed to be like the traditional game after on Anzac Day.
No, Port Adelaide's tradition. Well, it's not.
I'm supposed to have it at Adelaide Oval.
Is that every Adelaide Oval every
because Adelaide
Anzac Day, because Adelaide always have Sir Doug Nicholls round before they made it over 2 rounds, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why they've made it.
Oh God, Jordan's Lewis. He's got to lose those glasses. Ooh, that's a bad choice.
What's wrong with him?
It's because of the top bar. It doesn't need a bar there. It looks like he has a monobrow. Got to lose him. He doesn't look as slick as this. Oh.
Well, I've liked the mix that Essendon have put in so far today. Like, it's not always been the same 3. Stringer's had a good go at it.
Yeah, the midfield group has been good so far.
Yeah.
So second quarter is about to get underway. Bombers lead it by 19 points at quarter time. Here we go. Goldstein with a tap down towards Stringer. DeGoey fighting hard. Goldstein tried to gather it. Now Dacos let it go. Stringer gets back onto his feet somehow. Gets the ball towards half forward.
Oh.
Going hard was Langford. Should have almost got hands to it in the end. And now the Pies can rebound. Maynard with the 1-2. Out wide to Noble. Wants to handball. DeGoey about to get taken down by Stringer. Great tackle. Gets away with it. No, he doesn't. Doesn't make an attempt and he's gone. I think that's the right decision in the end. I mean, yes, he did try to fend him off, but I think it was more he didn't make an attempt to get rid of it. He's gone inside forward. I think it's 50 here. It is.
Because he stripped him, I think, when he got up.
So what's happened here is Stringer tried to break away and Jordan to go grabbed his foot and he's pinned him holding the ball.
Nah, he's had for like 5 minutes to the end of the quarter, he's had a terrible start to this game, Jordan to go.
He's really got to get into it. He's given away almost a certain goal here for Jake Stringer. He's had a pretty big start to this game. 4 touches, already kicked the goal. That massive kick from outside the forward 50.
So this one's the easiest, so he probably misses it.
Don't want to put the moz on him, but he should kick this goal. Jake Stringer. He kicks the man on the mark. He's basically at the goal square. Oh, he has missed it.
Yeah, told it, called it,
Oh.
called it.
You mozzed him. The commentators call that.
Hey, I see.
Commentator mozzed him. Yeah. Talking about a shot on goal, always mozzes them. I don't think we're big enough to say that we can moz a player yet. So now you go Collingwood. Towards the MCC wing, an absolute floater towards right in front of the interchange gates, and Cameron knocks it out. I think he needs to lift a little bit as well. The ruck duo of Draper and Goldstein have started off really well.
Yeah. But that was a big miss for Essendon. They needed that just to start the quarter, just the momentum to go up by 30.
Yeah, he should have kicked
25
that.
points.
So here we go. Umpire throws it in. Goldstein with the tap down. Parrish did well. Merritt. Outside handball was nice to Heppel. Just missed him in the end. Keeps it in front of him. Taps it to Parrish. Shoveled it out to Gresham. Did well. And now McGrath on the boot. But it's all Collingwood. Taken well. So it's Cameron. Defensive side of the wing. He goes long towards half forward. 1-on-1 is Mackay and Cox. Did well, Cox. In fact, he's going to get a free kick as well. So Cox wanting to give it off. Eventually, he just decides to hold it up for the moment. Players starting to flood back for the Bombers.
I think you should have given that handball when Josh.
I think Dacos would have been running it.
Asked for it.
So he goes inside the forward 50. Myercheck overran it. Gets out the back. Dersma gives it off to Davey, who fumbles it. Don't know if that was convincingly, but anyway. And it's through for a behind. How does Jake miss that shot? Oh, we mossed him.
So.
Yeah, you called it. So.
I called it and missed it because it was an easier shot than his first goal.
Collingwood wasting a lot of chances though. I mean that was rushed behind, but still. So Jake Kelly at half back. Wide ball, nice looking kick to Heppel, just working it up slowly at the Bombers.
That's just too easy.
Stringer, good mark again, just a couple of easy kicks. That should be 50.
Nah, give the big love and go a bit of a break.
A bit of a break. Long ball towards half forward. Essendon don't have the numbers here. Langford takes a good mark. Wants to wheel and go as an option at 40. Has missed him. Goldstein calling for it long. Langford just held it up a bit too long there. He had a free man inside the forward 50 working inside from the outer. So now they want to go. Laverde. Wide handball on the bounce to Merritt. Usually a pretty good ball user. That's a nice looking kick. Should get the free kick, Jones. Noble didn't have an eye on the footy. Play onto the call. Wide looking kick to Schultz. Should get I think he was paid the mark he was. I'm surprised that wasn't a free kick against Noble, to be honest. I don't think he had an eye on the ball. Anyway, Schultz goes long down the outer wing towards Myercheck. Good grab. Need more of that Collingwood right now. Ooh, maybe 50 and it is.
Yeah, that was very stupid by Laverde. That was definitely going to be 50.
So Myercheck will be taken inside the forward 50 here. Definite 50. Two pretty undisciplined 50s to give away from both sides. One was the goalie a few moments ago, and now it's Laverde. Myercheck looks like the real only option up forward so far. He's kicked 1 goal, 1 in this game. 1 goal, 2 in fact. So he needs to start nailing on the scoreboard.
He's the only one that seems to be able to mark the ball at the moment down forward.
So Myercheck kicks it from outside the forward 50s, hooked it hard left, and it sneaks through for a behind. So another point for Collingwood. 2 goals, 8 at the moment. So 18 points the difference. Redmond goes down the middle. Dangerous looking kick. Going for Durham. Great hands. Almost marked it. Play onto the call. Mitchell couldn't get to it. Dacos handballed out wide for Moore. Langford fighting hard with him. Parrish got tackled by Crisp. Let it go. And he's pinned. And Collingwood want to go with it. Nick to Josh Dacos. Has a little option inside the forward 50. Off the line. Got met hard. There was Schultz. Play on. McGrath got rid of it. Mitchell couldn't gather it cleanly. Oh. So it's going to go to McGrath. Out of all of that. Collingwood fans are a little bit stunned. I'm not too surprised. I don't know what it was paid for, but anyway. Well, I mean, it's put in the back, but anyway. Martin working it out wide. Noble should cut this off. He does well. So Collingwood starting to lock it inside their forward half for the moment. So now Noble says he's going to go long. High ball. Pack of players form. Out the back was Myercheck. Cox brought it to ground. Elliott rolled over the top of McGrath. Still got a handball away. McGrath got to his feet. Good tackle. Cox locks him up. These guys have some sore legs. 2 goals. 8. What is Cox doing? Why is he running out towards the pocket?
Because he pushed Heppel and McGrath in the back. So
and then he ran off like a little bitch.
They started a fight.
So now Martin gives it off to Kelly, who just got the kick away, but it should be cut off. Dacos stands under it, takes a good mark. So Collingwood starting to lock it in the past few moments.
They need to find a contested mark here.
Yeah, no one's really leading up at the moment. Myercheck being held a little. Dacos goes long. Up is Elliott. Out the back. Dersman couldn't grab it. Lipinski snapping on goal. Another point. Misses the lot, in fact.
Surprised it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. So Heppel has it in the back pocket. So it goes long with the kick, Heppel. 2-on-2 out there. Durham got hands to it. Good spoil from Howe. Crisp got the handball forward for Schultz. Trying to keep it in front of him. Heppel did okay. Now Martin, little short kick to Merritt. Wasn't 15. Play on. Durham just couldn't grab it cleanly. Inside handball was nice. Parrish, Stringer, one more handball and they're out. Here goes Gresham. Streaming off the wing. Long ball inside the forward 50 for Langford. High free kick given away against side bottom. And Langford will have an opportunity to kick Bombers' 7th goal.
He played that very well there, Langford. All he didn't need to do...
He knew he had the mismatch.
He just needed to get the contact on him, and side bottom was going to give it away. Yeah.
It was definitely there.
His whole arms over his shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, look, it isn't the most toughest free kick, but it's still there. So Langford, really important player for Essendon. Really grown as a forward in the last year and a half. He'll kick on 50. Runs a little bit of an arc, and he's compensated the wrong way. So Essendon missed a couple of chances here in the second term. And like we mentioned in the first quarter, if you don't take your chances, it can cost you later.
They're lucky at the moment that Collingwood haven't taken any of their chances either, though.
Exactly. So long kick down the middle. Darcy Moore played on, about to get shut down, just got the handball away. Dacos off to Pendlebury, streaming through the middle of the ground. Oh, the Torpy inside the forward 50 is going to work! Oh. Man, hard there, Mackay and Myercheck. Hard footy.
And he's
that's tough.
Yeah.
They both had eyes for the ball, though.
Yeah.
What is he supposed? That's crap.
tough,
That shouldn't have been a free
That's
kick.
a tough call. He did have his eyes pretty much on the whole long time. He took one in the ribs. If you want to be critical, that's exactly what Sam Draper did in the first quarter and put his knee into him.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was more. If you want to be critical,
That was in a ruck contest.
But it was rough contact, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now my checks missed a couple of opportunities in the
Got it.
early in the second term, but he drills that one, and Collingwood have their third goal of the game, and they're starting to get back on track.
Needed to put that through. And he did, so.
I'm so biased. Yeah, I think that was tough. I think the umpire paid it because Mackay was running back with the flight, and it kind of looked like on first glance I kind of saw where he paid it, but on the replay it doesn't look like he took his eye off the ball at all. If Collingwood lead so they can score. That was a little bit too easy with the transition.
Yeah, you look at that. There's no one within 5 meters of either of them. Like even Isaac there, no one on more for 5.
I want to see. He has not taken his eyes off the ball there, Mackay.
What do you want Mackay to actually do there? Like I don't know.
That's crap. Anyway, back in the ruck contest, Dacos did well with the clearance, handballing forward. Lipinski on centre half forward. Little short ball was nice, and Collingwood just starting to work into the second quarter. Bobby Hill takes the mark. Great clearance there from Dacos. Durham just couldn't shut him down. Been in this territory before, Bobby Hill. Big moments on the MCG. To get them back within 7 points. In front of the Collingwood faithful, Bobby Hill goes towards goal and he's missed again. That's their 9th minus score of this game so far, Collingwood. So Redmond goes with a really wide ball on the outer wing. Howe went up early. Jones knocked it down. It'll be out of bounds. Player has been pretty quiet so far. His side bottom. Barely seen him so far. He only given away that free kick and really been quiet as well. So a couple of experienced players. Him especially needs to get into the game. Pendlebury's been really good so far. 12-point lead to the Bombers. Nearly halfway through this second term. Draper with the knockdown. Crisp. Fighting hard. Couldn't gather it. Hobbs looking for the high free kick and he's going to get it. I think it's pretty funny, Nick Dacos saying he didn't do it. But anyway, wanting to give it off here, Hobbs. Caldwell over the top. Merritt. Little short kick to Draper. Good grab in the end. Wanted to go. Then realised probably not a good idea. Then looking for the 50. Didn't get it. He gives it off back to Merritt, the captain, who sends it inside the forward 50. Have the numbers here, the Bombers. Jones couldn't gather it. Gresham snapping ball towards goal. Oh, he almost got the nice bounce. That's 3 behinds in this second term from Essendon. Haven't been able to convert on the scoreboard. Maybe it's this end that's been worrying teams. So now Dacos at halfback. Inside ball for McQuarrie. Good spoil there from Kelly, but he chopped the arms. He'll get the free kick in McQuarrie on the wing. I think that's a bit unlucky, but anyway.
Yeah, well, he's not... Yeah.
Maybe that was there. I don't know. I'll have to see the replay, but anyway. Still 11 minutes to play in the second term. McQuarrie wants to go long towards centre half forward once again. 3-on-3 here. Up went Elliott. Got 2 hands to it. Couldn't bring it down. Mackay fighting hard. Merritt stepped out of trouble. 1-2 with Hobbs. Almost threw that away. And now Collingwood go on the turnover. DeGoey. Nick Dacos. Inside the forward 50. Oh, that's unlucky. 3 players Collingwood free and McGrath got to it. Let it go though. Crisp stepped out of one. Somehow got the handball away. Martin went in hard. Cox got tackled. Hill let it go. Held a little bit.
Yeah.
Not paid. Bobby Hill still calling for it. He was definitely held without it. Umpire didn't pay it though. 4 of them out there and they all missed it. Maybe they need a 5th umpire out there. Fucking hell. That was blatant free kick. From the ruck, Cameron goes to ground. Draper couldn't gather it cleanly. Caldwell to Martin. Stepped out of trouble. High ball. Went about 4 metres. Laverde tried to spike it out of the air. DeGoey off the Dacos. Step past one, step past two. Snapping ball to the top of the goal square. Good spoil coming through there from the Bombers. Bouncing ball just out of bounds. Dacos happy to see it out of bounds.
That was not what Valverde should have done. He should have taken the ball and taken the contact instead of bashing it back inside 50 like you did.
Who?
Valverde. That's the spoil. He should have just taken the contact and taken the ball.
So the umpire throws it in again. Draper just let it go again. Fighting hard is Schultz. Try to get it out of there. And another stoppage. A couple of repeat stoppages and Collingwood's forward 50 here. Just ticked under 10 minutes to play in this second term. Umpire throws it up. Cameron knocks it down. Fighting hard. Now Martin just got the kick away outside the defensive 50. Davey got held without it. Langford gives it off to Hobbs. Great tackle from Dacos. He's lifted the pressure. Quaynor off to Noble. Wide handball to Josh Dacos. Has a couple of shorter options. Goes long to the top of the goal square. And Oscar Elliott takes an uncontested mark. Mackay was held up by Myercheck there. Like to see that again if he was held off the ball. But nonetheless, no one was on Hoskin. Elliott was able to drift in front, take a pretty easy mark, and he shouldn't have a problem this far out, straight in front. Hoskin Elliott was important last week. Can he be important today? Can he start the march? Great finish. And Collingwood have their fourth goal. They've got the only two of the second term. And it's back to within 7 points. Well, they're just starting to work their way into it, Collingwood. They've kicked the last 3 goals of it. I'd like to see the replay. It looked like Mackay was being held, but I also think he didn't go hard enough.
No, and I don't know who was trailing Hoskin Elliott, but someone needed to get some body contact on him as well.
So Martin just, they were almost away here. This handball, Hobbs just had to get rid of it. It was a good tackle from Dacos though. He locked him up, and Collingwood came back quickly. I thought Dacos should have gone shorter, but it was actually a pretty nice kick. Yeah, I think Mackay's too busy looking. I don't know. I think he should have gone harder there. Anyway, back in the middle we go. Fighting hard as Chris tried to soccer it off the ground. Came off his knee. Still fighting hard at centre half forward now. Just pushing it forward in the Pies. Did well. Caldwell missing handball though. Myercheck out to Dacos. Has a short little option in the pocket to Schultz, who got there. Collingwood definitely working into it now. If he can kick this in the pocket, Lockie Schultz, it'll be 1 point ball game. It's obviously been pretty disappointing so far at Collingwood. It was obviously massive at Fremantle the last few years, being that pressure forward. Hasn't really lived up to the hype so far. But on the stage of Anzac Day, can he deliver for his team? So his first Anzac Day clash. Lockie Schultz tucked up in the right forward pocket, and he's left it out to the right. So it's 1 straight goal the difference. They've already at 10 behind. Fucking hell. So Collingwood can bring it back in here. Maynard takes the intercept mark. Players telling him to go long. That's where he's going to go now. High ball once again. Hoskin Elliott's out the back. 1-2, couldn't grab it. Now Myercheck, great finish as well. It's all square at the MCG. Myercheck, great roving effort. He's got 3 goals.
If it wasn't for Myercheck,
they'd be in a bit of trouble right now.
Mackay should have taken that mark though. He needed to take the mark. Well,
he's got a spoil. I think they've dropped a couple of easy marks.
Yeah,
or not even easy marks, but contested efforts. If they just went for a spoil and knock it out of bounds, would have been a better option.
Their effort so far this quarter, the Bombers
it's just dropped off.
Just dropped off.
Not a lot, but it's just been enough that Collingwood would be able to work their way right back into it. Like that Dersman.
For Maynard to take that intercept mark.
Yeah, Dersman needs to go a little bit harder there, and he usually is a lot more of a harder player. I'm not questioning that whatsoever, but yeah, just a little bit more hard. I think he thought someone was coming over the top for the Bombers. So here we go. Back in the middle we go. Goldstein with a tap down for Parrish. He gets the clearance. Chance for the Bombers to get a reply. Inside the forward 50, Hobbs spikes it forward for right with Frampton. Right, keeps it in. Jams it on the left boot towards the top of the goal square. Davey fighting hard. Noble went harder. Just got the handball away. Frampton. Now Mitchell. Good smother from Davey. And Caldwell happy to slap it out of bounds. So now Essendon have got it locked inside their forward 50. How have you felt about Nick Dacos' game so far?
I think he's had a lot of it. I think he's brought the pressure so far in this quarter, though.
Yeah, I think he's definitely had a very good quarter.
Yeah.
So back in the middle we go. Draper with the knockdown to Gully. Just got rid of the handball nicely to Mitchell. Over the top to side bottom. Tapped it to himself. That was smart. Towards Noble, missed him. Now Martin off to Gresham. Inside the forward 50, more in front. Just a little bit quicker to read it than Draper. Still 7 minutes to go in this second term. Collingwood have really fought their way back into it. Wide kick for Maynard. Inside ball hits Mitchell.
Mitchell's been very good so far in this game.
Yeah. He's been a lot cleaner with the footy. Inside kick to Dacos. He wants to go long. To go, great hands. He's starting to work into it. Now Noble, stepped out of trouble. Inside kick again. Hits up Pendlebury in fact. Wider ball, now Quaynor. Running back with it, happy to let it bounce. He wants to go long with the kick. It's 2 on 3. Out the back goes Bobby, just missed the bounce. Fighting hard his side bottom. Good tackle from Cox, dropped it. Off the ground is Elliott. Took the mark, Plainlands the call though. And now Merritt, last line of defence. Outside the defensive 50. Davey didn't go back hard enough. Langford. Held up. Good tackle from Pendlebury. Dacos plays on for 45. Long ball and Collingwood hit the lead. The Pies have really responded in this second term. And who else but Nick Dacos to get them in front? Well, it's the Collingwood we've expected.
Yeah. This is exactly how the Collingwood would want to play, and
yeah, the pressure's up. That's what they're locking it inside their forward zone. That was a good team tackle there from Pendlebury and who was the other player? It was Pendlebury and Quaynor. Like you would almost expect Langford to break out of that, but that second tackle coming across there from Pendlebury.
He knew it. No,
yeah, as soon as he hit the boot, he knew it was home. I think he knew it before he kicked it.
His arm was already up.
His arm was already up. Special teams, special plays. Have you seen that? So Goldstein wins it down to Caldwell. Man, we've got a high one. Now Stringer bursting through the front of the stoppage. Off to Hobbs. Inside handball to Caldwell. The Bombers with a quick reply here. Harry Jones. Great pressure from side bottom.
Just that little touch was enough to kick it wide.
Well, side bottom been pretty quiet in this game so far, but brought the pressure when he needed to.
I think the drop-off's been... I think Darcy Cameron's stood up in this quarter.
Yeah, in the ruck in the middle of the ground, definitely. Yeah. Long kick. Up goes Cox a bit early. Side bottom towards the goalie. Can't get it to him in the first effort. Second effort was nice. Mitchell. Higher ball towards the wing. Up went Hill. Did well to cause a contest. Cameron. Now side bottom again. Great ball use. Hits up Myercheck on the wing. Tried to man up the mark nicely, Kelly, but he gets away. Myercheck inside the forward 50 for Cox. Good spoil from Redmond. Lipinski tried to fight for it. Hobbs did well. Handball away. Kelly overran it. Now Merritt almost threw it to himself. Mitchell handball over the top, missed. Good tackle from McQuarrie. Hobbs fighting hard. Dersma trying to get rid of it. Good tackle from DeGoey. And a stoppage will be called. Both teams fighting hard. Kelly just took a little bit of an extra second than he needed to there. Had to get rid of it. Lucky not to be pinned. Goldstein with a tap down. Dersma couldn't grab it cleanly. Kelly coming through hard. Good tackle from Mitchell. And we're just about to tick into red time in this second term. That's the pressure brought in the second term from Collingwood. 18 tackles to 12. Tap down there from Goldstein. Dersma got boot to ball just outside the defensive 50. Great sport from Quaynor. Pendlebury. Let it go. Now Parrish. High ball towards the wing in front of the MCC members. Fighting hard was Draper. Now Noble and Stringer broke out of the tackle. Got rid of it. Great pressure. Here comes Hobbs. Now Langford didn't have anyone forward, so he gives it out wide to Caldwell. Goes to the one-on-one in Jones. Great grab!
Lovely. He needed to mark that and no one forward.
He's got a couple of options up forward now, Jones. He goes long, 2-on-1 for Cox. Gets out the back for Sammy Draper. Tries to gather it on the right boot. High ball towards goal. Oh, you bet he gets it there. Oh, the mullet man drives it home. Level at the MCG. You saw it as it went off the boot. Floating towards goal, and Essendon needed that one.
They somehow needed that one.
Yeah, they needed that. It's a great mark on the wing. About half forward there from Harry Jones. That was a really tough mark, and he took it. Should I need to put some more sticky tape on my ring? That's a great mark against Frampton as well. He's been pretty well beaten so far, Billy Frampton. There's a couple of marking contests now. I don't know. I want to give him that. I want to give him that little tap onto himself so he didn't get tackled. I'm going to give him that. It was pretty poor last week. Or the unmasking, the Joker. I think that's the Joker. From the tap down again. Both up and miss it. Cameron's been good in this second term. Got boots the ball towards the outer wing. Hoskin Elliott almost dragged it down. Durham been a bit quieter in the second term out wide. Nice handball to McGrath. Broke away. Got a free kick downfield. Will go to Redmond. I think that's Harry Jones. What do you mean? That was after the kick, surely. Or
maybe.
I think it would have been after the kick if he didn't push him into it. Yeah. So he works it back to Redmond. Now Heppel, centre half back, last line of defence here. Out wide to Dersma. Goes in short, hits up Parrish. So just ticked under 4 minutes to go. Parrish right in front of the interchange gates at the MCG. He goes long. Pack of players form. Gets out the back, hits the ground. Couldn't grab it, Durham. Jones fighting hard to get a handball away. Good tackle from Noble. So definitely slowed up that mark kick game from Essendon in that first term. Only taking the 14 marks in the second quarter. Fighting for his Stringer. Breaks one tackle. Snapping ball. The bounce will count. And it goes across the face. It felt like a Jake Stringer moment. Just didn't get the bounce he needed. Oh, he's kicked it out quickly there. I think it was Noble. I think Jeremy Howe just got out of bounds. Just out of the square, sorry. So I think it's going to be okay. So yeah, he got away with that one there a little bit, Jeremy Howe. So just outside the Bombers forward 50. Gresham coming through hard. Tackled well from Mitchell. Should be pinned. Oh, that's unlucky. He stepped through 3 players and then got tackled.
Players and then got tackled, like, there.
So Durham going to go at this stoppage. Goldstein wins it down, trying to get the handball away, dropped it, play on. To Gully, fighting hard, good tackle from Merritt. Durham couldn't grab it cleanly, Parrish could. High ball inside the forward 50 again. Stringer! He's been well beaten again, Frampton. I think that's the fourth one-on-one he's lost in this game. And Jake Stringer, great grab down low. He first got the body on Frampton, pushed him away, and then quickly got the hands to the mark. So Stringer, he got the important goal early from outside 50 and then missed a simple one from 20 metres out. So this is about 35, 40 metres out. So this could go absolutely anywhere. So they've been pretty well beaten in this second term, Essendon. They still have a 1-point lead. Jake Stringer, one of the most important players in the Bombers, comes in. And he's missed another big opportunity out to the right. Just leaned back a little bit on the kick. So now Quaynor. Long ball in the outer wing. Cox got in front, just got a touch to it, and seen it out of bounds. So what do you think of this first half? Kind of a tale of 2 quarters. Essendon dominated the first quarter. Collingwood fought their way back.
Yeah, I think it's just been whoever's taken their opportunity so far in this game. And
yeah, when they're taking it in the quarter, they've been able to take pretty big momentum. So to Goey now, inside handball, just missed Mitchell. Got to get cleaner than that. Gresham did well to Parrish. Now he tumble ball towards half forward. Langford fighting hard there with Wright. Good work there from Moore. Over the top, finds Lipinski. About to get dragged down. Oh, came off the side of his boot. May work in their favour to Goey. Grabbed it in the end. Back to Lipinski. See if he can get a better kick away. Decides to handball to Cameron. Now Mitchell. Looking for the perfect option. He just decides to send it on the boot towards half forward. McQuarrie could have gone up there. Crisp as well. Both miss it. Now Jones, Durham, and now Merritt. One last chance here for the Bombers into the quarter. Inside kick. Nice. Hits up Gresham. He's got a free man on 50. It's Sammy Draper. He goes longer than that. And Frampton.
That was
He missed
obvious.
Todd Goldstein. Sorry, it was. And then 50 as well. Oh, the Bombers.
That was a horrible moment for the Bombers. That should have went to Goldstein. And
it's going to be a 100-metre penalty now.
And for the one player
Who's been well beaten in this first half, Billy Frampton. A chance here to give his team the lead.
Yeah.
That's a 100-metre penalty. I don't know what Jake Kelly's doing. I mean, I don't know why the commentators are saying I heard it. Because, I mean, you got the mic on the umpires.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, he should have heard it, though. And he was telling him probably to move out. But anyway. Billy Frampton's been well beaten in this first half. Can he get them in front? He kicks towards goal. It holds that left goal post and he's kicked it wide. Another missed opportunity for Collingwood. Will it cost them in the end? They're still down by 1 point at the moment. He's had a pretty dirty first half, Billy Frampton. So now Redmond. Wide looking ball. Good kick in the end. Cox takes a good mark. So just over 30 seconds to play in this first half. Bombers led it by the 1 point. Been a brilliant start to Anzac Day. Long ball down the wing. Bombers have the numbers here. Free kick's been ripped out. It's going to go to Collingwood. Just can't give the free kick away there. And Collingwood have a late chance here. Howe. Back to Noble. About 4 metres. Play on. They're wanting to switch it. Maybe one last opportunity. They may be happy with this scoreline at half-time, Collingwood. Dacos inside kick, and I think they're pretty happy with it. Moore. Looks like he's going to hold it up. He may go long here. May be a chance for a mark. Big chance here for Cox. Got hands to it, but the siren sounds. And at half-time, Anzac Day clash. Bombers lead it by 1 solitary point. 7-6-48 to Collingwood 7-5-47. Well, Taylor two quarters in that first half. Bombers dominated the first quarter. Did really well. Collingwood fought their way back. Just missed some opportunities in that quarter. 4 goals, 5. Could have been a lot more. We'll be back in about 15 minutes, guys, with the second half. G'day, guys. Welcome back to a new episode of the Boundary Riders podcast. A lot to talk about today. We have some news regarding the Sam Draper situation, of course. A couple of the suspension news. We'll talk about the 20th team as well. And, of course, we have our fan favourite segment of Flog of the Week and the World Sports segment. But let's roll the intro, guys, and get straight into the new episode. And then Rankin from the pocket. Don't tell me, Isaac Rankin!
Yeah.
He's just got the license for a brothel.
Well, I think Gather Round's going to be more than just AFL this next season.
Hill gets at the handle at the back. Nick Dacos to get the prize home. He's done it! So as always, guys, joined by my brother in Jack as always, and let's get it out of the way. Welcome to all our new subscribers, as the new 20th team videos got quite a lot of views and quite a lot of support. So welcome to all of you. If you are watching this episode, first time you've seen us, this is my brother Jack, and I'm Dylan, who made the video. I'm claiming it. Now, how did you feel about the video? Did you feel like...
Oh, I thought it was, interesting. There's not, he's going to be interesting who, if they do bring a 20th team, what the AFL would do.
Well, alright, we might as well start here anyway. Do you think the AFL will bring in a 20th team?
Not for the next, I don't think, at least 15, 20 years. I really don't. I really think it's going to be a long time if they do it.
I saw an interesting statistic that the AFL actually have not waited 10 years after having an uneven number of teams. So as soon as they've had an uneven number, it's been about 5 to 10 years, and then they add a new one.
Yeah.
But I kind of agree with you. I think in recent time, doing the research on the video, that it's going to be very... I don't know where they'll put it. I'm not really convinced about anywhere in particular. Now, there was one thing about the video that I did get wrong, and I'm happy to admit it. When the mayor of Joondalup mentioned a northern identity in WA, I thought, or in Perth, sorry, I thought he meant by north, a northern identity, he meant northern part of WA, so places like Broome and all that. He meant, and what most people have pointed out, is that he meant a northern Perth identity, saying that the West Coast and Fremantle are more for southwest or whatever. So I got that wrong, and I've actually been planning to make a part 2 to this video because you guys who did leave support for the video and left a lot of comments, a lot of feedback actually was quite interesting. So I thought we could look through your comments and talk about some different teams and different places in Australia. And some people were saying New Zealand as well about a potential option. I doubt it. I've done some research on New Zealand, and it would be cool to have an international team in the AFL. Like, I mean, obviously we've seen New Zealand teams in Australian competitions, like the NRL with the Waratahs and the NBL with the
Warriors.
Breakers.
It's not the Waratahs, the Warriors in the NRL.
The Warriors. Why did I say the Warriors? Oh,
the Waratahs. That's Super Rugby. Yeah. That's not. That's not.
Sorry, I'm an idiot. Anyway, sorry. I was them, the Breakers in the NBL, and also the Wellington Phoenix in the A-League. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Sorry, the Warriors. I thought it was. I don't know why I said the Waratahs. I know they do have a team in the Super Rugby. Who gives a fuck about that? Does anyone even follow that anymore? I don't even hear about it in Australia.
No, because since Israel Folau brought up all that shit. And,
true, yeah. But not give a fuck about rugby union anyway. But anyway, if there was a 20th team, where do you think it would go? I know you haven't done a lot of research about it, but have you thought about maybe an idea?
Not really.
Not really.
To be honest, not really thought about it. I think there's not a lot of options. There's not a lot of. I don't think there's a lot of players to be able to support a 20th team.
That's what I've thought, but I think that's an AFL fault. That's the AFL.
Yeah,
fault.
I think that is. Yeah,
I think the AFL, because an interesting statistic that I heard yesterday was the last 12 premiers, 12 premiers have all had an average age of 27. But before then, the average age of premiers were 25. So there's a lot more older players, like teams that are older are winning premierships and being more successful. But they mentioned like the Swans got there a bit early in 2022 when they got flogged by Geelong. Won't talk about that too much. But I think that's an AFL problem. Like, we don't have the rookie list is nothing.
No,
they're not breeding players for the rookie list.
No,
they're just adding their players that they don't want to pay too much their experienced players onto the rookie list, which is just ridiculous. It sucks. So I think, and they've talked about the Aboriginal pathways into AFL now are becoming less and less, and they have to fix it and have to deal with it because there aren't enough Indigenous players, especially in places like the Northern Territory and far North Queensland, that aren't getting involved in football anymore because the pathways aren't there. So I think that's an AFL issue. Now, I mean, if the Tasmanian team's not coming for 4 more years, they're obviously going to focus on that. And I'm not suggesting that. I do believe somewhere down the line they will add a 20th team. I feel like they will. But I feel like this is going to be a long time coming. Yeah. When doing some more research now for the next video, the part 2, I've looked into the ACT and the Perth WA area a lot more in depth about it, and it does look like WA have a lot of upside for it. It's got a very good population in Perth. The stadium obviously and the time zone can accommodate for an extra game a week, so there's a lot of positives. But I talked to you before this because we're talking about the video, and one of the big problems I think I see with a new WA team is attracting players. Because how many players have gone to Fremantle in the past 5-10 years? Like, think about it. They have not been able to attract a second forward before, ever. Who's been the partner to Pavlich? No one. And now who's it's Taberner and Amos in his second year, or third year maybe. So they're not being able to attract them. And Logan McDonald looks like he's going to re-sign with Sydney.
Yeah, but
so
also
they can't even get locals to come back to Perth.
Yeah, well, that's what I think. It's like if the ones that are coming back are locals, like Jackson's the only one, like besides Jeremy Sharp, but he was delisted.
Exactly.
So-
He got picked up as a free agent. So, well, delisted free agent. But when people are coming back to Perth, the only place they're going basically is West Coast. And look at the last trade period as well. Flynn and Brockman were the players that went back to WA, and they went to West Coast. And we'll talk about West Coast a little bit later because I do think they're playing very well. But last year they were nothing.
Yeah,
They didn't look like there was any sort of horizon. They were the worst team in the comp.
and players still went there.
Yeah, exactly. But no one went to Fremantle. In fact, players left Fremantle. Like even Liam Henry, who was a Perth native, a WA native, I believe. He was not Victorian, and he's gone to Victoria to play for St Kilda. So I feel like that's a big roadblock for WA. Which I mean, the AFL are obviously trying to push a lot of players to go to Tasmania, and you've seen how much they have to do to get them even thinking about it. Is these huge pay packets that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, like $1 million as a sign-on bonus.
Yeah,
Like the AFL does have a lot of money, but it's not never ending.
yeah.
So if they are going to think about putting a 20th team down, I feel like the support would be there, I would assume. And there's a lot of population in those areas, like Joondalup and Bunbury, I believe. They do have like big numbers of people, a lot of immigration starting to go over there. But will they get supporters from Fremantle? Like, are they not supporting Fremantle or West Coast already?
Yeah.
And would they leave them? And I feel like that's a big thing with... I don't think SA can do it. I just don't think they have the supporter bases, and they not have a big enough population.
Yeah, South Australia is not. I don't think can support a third team. I just don't think
they
they have the
Norwood.
area.
Yeah, Norwood's like the big option, they say. But for one, some people in the comments were saying that Norwood would be able to get supporter base. I don't see it. They would have to, the majority of the Norwood fans are Crows fans. So, are you going to tell me that Norwood are going to take all the Crows fans away? But let's say they even take half. That would not ruin the Crows, but that's a huge debt on the Crows. They have been probably the most successful South Australian club for the majority of the time. Even Port Adelaide have been there. It's only been the last 5-10 years that Port Adelaide have been able to compete. So let's say Norwood do come in, that would gut the Crows, which I don't have an issue with, but that would obviously be a detriment for the 20th team. And that's what the AFL have got to think about. I do actually think a Perth team is more viable than a South Australian team. But I do think there's a lot of roadblocks, and I don't think it's the perfect option either. But I don't think any of them are. I think it's going to be very hard no matter what.
Yeah, that's why I think it's going to be at least a decade for them to even consider a 20th team.
Yeah. Now, I was pretty adamant in the first part that North Australia would be an option. I did ask you about it, and you thought that would be a bit difficult. Did you think, out of the 4 options that I gave in that video, did you feel like there was one that would stood out more, or...
Not really.
Not so much?
I think you can't go another South Australian team. Northern Territory doesn't work.
The population is...
The population doesn't... Yeah, there's too many...
one person in the comments, and by the way, there's been a lot of comments. By the way, sorry that I got the pronunciation of Joondalup wrong. I'm sorry. I don't live there. I come from South Australia. Sorry that I got the pronunciation of Joondalup wrong. Alright? Trust me, I've been pronouncing it all the fucking time now to get it right for the next video.
That's great.
But anyway, someone because I mentioned the point of Northern Territory having a team, and it would be great. Obviously, it would make the competition whole. But an Australian competition whole. It would. But there are so many roadblocks in the way, and one of the big ones was the crime and the reporting on crime in Northern Territory. And some guy in the comments was like, "Oh, that's not that big an issue." I'm like, I didn't respond, but I'm like, even if it's not a big issue in the Northern Territory and the reporting is false, which it very well could be, on the outside looking in, the perception of it is bad.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to attract players, trying to attract a supporter base outside of the state, and trying to build a fan base, build a supporter base, build a club, and get marquee players, you're not going to get them if they feel unsafe going there. It's not like Tasmania. No one, other than the Snowtown murders, really, there's not really much bad things going on in like Tasmania.
Mm.
I mean, as long as you don't fuck your cousin, you should be fine. I'm sorry, that was such an easy joke. That sucked. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Not that it's not true, but but yeah, I just think that I do think it's a very interesting topic about like the 20th AFL team.
Mm.
Like I do think down the track it will come.
Yeah.
But I think I feel like it's going to be a very long time.
Mm.
And I would pretty much rule out South Australia doing research on it. I don't think they have the big enough population to support a third team to get more supporters. Because I feel like now, everyone in South Australia who follows football does go for an interstate team or goes for the Crows or Port.
Yeah, like, well, you look at it, Port Adelaide got theirs in 97.
Yeah.
That's, what, nearly
30 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be over 30 years by the time Tassie come in.
Mm.
So I don't think that will be the case. And I'm doing more research on Perth and WA, and they do have some very convincing arguments to go their way. But I feel like for Port Adelaide, except for the Crows the last 5 years, obviously with the camp and stuff, a lot of players left. But they've always been a pretty good club to get players. Port Adelaide have always been pretty good, especially lately.
Mm.
West Coast have always been good, but Fremantle haven't been able to. So why would a third team get more supporters? Get more players in.
Players, yeah.
Yeah, and then build a supporter base. I feel like a supporter base would be good, but you've got to get players in, because if your team sucks, no one's going to go.
Mm.
Like, look at the Giants. It's only just now that they're starting to build a fan base thanks to Josh Gaynor, the lord of the Giants'
Social media.
page. Some guy abused him from Carlton last week. It's like, bro, what are you having to go at the social media manager for, you goober?
Did you see well, not the meme, but the
the little clip that he put out.
the clip that Carlton put
I didn't see the Carlton one. I saw the one that the Giants put
the
out.
Family Guy.
Yeah, the Family
Yeah,
Guy.
I thought that was, yeah.
I do like to. I love how he's like brought the laughs and that to the social.
Yeah,
media.
but I've seen that a lot of other teams are starting to do that sort of stuff.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm glad that he's starting to
That's what. Yeah.
I do like that, because I mean they're just.
That's what you do these days. That's what you have to do.
Well, I think he's kind of like. I don't really follow a lot of international sport, but I do follow a little bit of like English soccer and the NFL. They don't really do it. It's something very unique as well. Like I don't think I've seen it around the world, but it's something that attracts a younger fan base.
Yeah,
because everyone's on social media now. Everyone's on the fucking internet. If you're not on the internet, you're the weird one.
Mm.
So he's growing a fan base, and they are growing pretty significantly too.
Yeah,
they've got a very young fan base, but they will grow, and that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I think. It's not like I think Tasmania will be a bit different when they come in. They've obviously got a pretty big supporter base going there anyway.
And heritage.
As well. So they've already got the older fan base of the older Tasmanians who live there. And probably retirees as well, because a lot of retirees go down to Tassie. But then they've also got the supporter base going up as well.
Yeah.
Growing up. So I think that's a bit different. If I had to put a point on it right now, I still think North Australia is going to be the option. I feel like that's what they're going to do, because I think they do want to. I feel like that's what an AFL sort of look would be, that the AFL want to build in the Northern Territory, and they want to give them a team, but it's not viable enough to get a Tasmania to give them their own team. It's just not viable enough.
No.
But I do think that's an option, that they could merge with a Cairns or a Townsville, because Townsville and Cairns and that do have sporting teams in Australian competitions. But I do think the AFL, because it is basically the biggest, I think that's the only way that Darwin could get a team, or the Northern Territory's half. So I that hasn't changed my mind too much. But looking at it, it's very interesting. I do like your guys' feedback, so I do appreciate it. There are a couple of people who are like really angry at me, and it's like, bro, I don't make the decision, because I said like Norwood couldn't get it or whatever. I don't think South Australia will get it. And they got so like some people get so angry, like, oh, bro, you don't understand. It's like, do you think I make the last fucking decision? No, get over yourself. I'm not that fucking whatever. But I do appreciate you guys mentioning the buildup stuff in North Perth, and it's made me actually look into it a lot more as well. I did do a pretty good look into WA, but a lot of it actually wasn't really reported on, and that was really the only source of wanting it in WA. So it has made me look more into like WA football, and it's something as well that like a lot of people don't talk about outside of WA. Like there's a huge bubble in WA for sport in football, but outside of like here, South Australia, in Victoria, I would imagine, in New South Wales, and well around the country, no one really talks about WA much. Like we talk about West Coast when they're like up there, but even then you don't see a lot of their games. Like,
No.
when's the last time they get put on normal television, like free to air? Like, I mean, I know most people now don't have free to have KO and stuff. I would imagine, but there are still people out there that don't have like KO or Foxtel or whatever, and they watch football only on free to air. So if you don't see them, you don't think about them.
Yeah.
And really, West Coast have only been in the papers the last few weeks because of that they're finally winning a couple of games. And yes, it is Harley Reid, but I guess we can move on and talk about the West Coast Eagles. The last couple of weeks, they have won their last 2 games. And I mean, it's been good to see. So they've made themselves, I don't want to say relevant. I know a couple of you may have seen the TikTok that I put out where I bagged Footy Classified for saying that North Melbourne should have tanked and got the draft pick for Harley Reid. I feel like there's other options that North Melbourne could have gone down, like trading for it, than just, they should have just fucking troops. That's the last game.
Yeah.
Rest of all their players. Like, is that really what we've come to? That we have to think about tanking just for North Melbourne to be relevant? Seriously? Like, and I did mention it as well, like, McKercher doesn't get, like, they just disregarded McKercher, but obviously they still would have had him as the number 2 pick. I looked at it as North Melbourne would have to trade pick 2 to get pick 1. That's how I was looking at it, to get Harley Reid. But I would really like to ask Sam McClure how he's feeling right now. I bet he'd be pissed off, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
It'd be so shitty.
He still can't believe he went to West Coast.
What do you mean he went to West Coast?
What do you mean they picked him? He wasn't supposed to be it.
No, I just think it's... I do think that West Coast have been very good the last few games. I watched the last 2 games that they have won, and I watched them against the Swans, and Harley Reid has given them a look. Alright guys, let's get back to the second half, shall we? So that's just our podcast for halftime while we sorted out a few more things, get everything ready for the third quarter. How you doing, Riley and Rachel? What are you up to this afternoon? So here we go. Umpire's back in the middle. Ready to bounce it down for the second half. 1 point the difference going into the third term. Bombers lead it. The umpire, here we go. Draper with a tap down. Coming through hard was Durham. Good tackle from DeGoey. Pendlebury, they'll get the first clearance here. The Pies through Cameron. High ball inside the forward 50. Great work there from McGrath to get in front. So it goes long out wide. Out the back, they got the numbers here, the Bombers. Davey gathers it cleanly. Little handball over the top to Caldwell. Now Jones couldn't glove it cleanly. Should have done better. Great tackle from Maynard. That was a bone cruncher. And here go the Pies. Dacos taken down by Caldwell. Go off the handball just to Howe. Long ball down the wing. McGrath gets there first. Had a really good first half. Out the back to Redmond. And now Martin about to get taken down. Just got the kick away inside. Was nice. Hit up Merritt. So now Merritt wants to go. Low ball inside the forward 50. Off the line was nice. Kicking it up. Peter Wright. Been pretty quiet since quarter time, Peter Wright. Probably needs to lift.
It was the right kick to him. There was no one else forward, so...
Had to take it off that line as well, because the Collingwood defenders were setting up for that long kick anyway.
Yeah.
So Peter Wright's kicked 6 straight goals from set shots this year. Already knocked 2 down today. So now Peter Wright comes in. He'll kick outside the forward 50, leaves it out to the right-hand side, and it won't come back. So first score of the second half goes the Bombers' way. That's not the right one. That is. So 2 points the difference. Billy Frampton has it in the pocket. Had a pretty poor first half, Billy Frampton. Really needs to lift. Oh, it's on the side of the boot. It may actually work, though. Mychek takes the mark. Really good first half from Mychek. Probably Collingwood's best player with the 3 goals, 3. Could have had a massive first half.
Yeah.
Just a pretty decent one in the end. So now Maynard works it long, not a very good kick. And McGrath again, he's had a pretty good start to this third quarter. Short kick out the back to Redmond, and they want to switch the play here. One of them is Cox. He takes the mark. He's got Kelly riding shotgun. He gives it off to him now. Think I'd rather Cox for the distribution, but it's a nice looking kick to Davey. Really needs to work into this game, Davey. Inside kick to Teppel. Sits it on his head, but he takes a good grab. This is a play you want distributing inside the forward 50. So now Heppel. Just inside the forward 50 he goes. Moore did well on Harry Jones. Oh, he gives it to Mitchell who wasn't ready for it. Was stunned asleep almost, but the handball works. To Goey, to Elliott who fumbles. Couple of crucial fumbles in the first few moments of this quarter from Collingwood. Martin gets boots a ball towards the wing. Maynard should get there first. Inside handball is nice and Mitchell's now ready for that one. Off to Pendlebury. One more handball in there away. Good tackle from Merritt. I think he may have given away the free kick. Wasn't paid. Well, nonetheless, Merritt really stopped that. They were away there, Collingwood.
No, it was a good tackle. Yeah,
Oh, that's high.
Yeah, from that angle, it's high, and I think that's a set. Yeah.
Four umpires out there. None of them are there.
Right in front of him.
So Goey just got it away. Nick Dacos had a pretty good second term. Inside the forward 50 he goes. Bobby Hill and McGrath did well. And now Myercheck. Good pressure from McGrath.
He's really started well with McGrath.
Yeah, he's had, 3 touches. I think he's taken 3 marks. And a great tackle there caused that turnover. Inside kick to Kelly. So now Kelly, long ball down the wing, 1-on-1. Good effort there from Cameron, fighting hard. Now Durham did well. Long ball down the wing on the bounce. Stringers out the back. They got the numbers here, Bombers. He had Davey, decided to work back inside. Great looking kick and hit up Nick Cox. He wants to go deep into the pocket. Wright gets the hands onto it. Should be a free kick. Play on. Harry Jones off to Davey. And the Bombers deliver early in the third quarter.
They needed that to start the quarter.
Thought they were about to muck that up when Cox went on with it. But it was a good kick to Wright. I think he did get the free kick, but they took the advantage in the goal square. And Davies' first goal of the afternoon. Pretty happy with himself, you got to say.
Yeah, well, he's unsighted there, Davey, in the first half. So yeah. he's done a few good things to start off the quarter.
Yeah, and he did want to keep on working forward there because he could have given up on the play when Stringer didn't give it to him. So he kept on working forward, and Billy Frampton again.
He's just trailing behind the entire contest. He's just jogging.
Oh, that was better. Should have done better there, Billy Frampton. He's had a couple of big moments in this game, and he hasn't been up to it. From the ruck, Cameron won it down. Stringer just handballs it forward to space almost. Caldwell got taken high a little bit, but Cameron couldn't do much. Oh, he did get the hole. Yes. Caldwell plays on now. Low ball inside the forward 50. Nice looking kick. Couldn't get the hands up there. Jones gets at the back. Free kick going Harry Jones's way. It is. The Bombers bringing a lot of it in this third term. This is how they kind of started the game.
Yeah.
So Harry Jones, he's kicked a couple of big goals in this game so far. Held the arm there. Was always going to be paid.
Yeah, he couldn't get up. Yeah.
He's been really important for the Bombers this season. He's kicked the 1 goal, 1 so far. Obviously, was touted as a really big, tall forward coming through. He was injured throughout the majority of 2023. Been back so far this year. It's really helped them up forward, Harry Jones. He goes towards goal. Oh, it was online for a moment, but faded late. He was asking, why did the ball do that to him? So now Maynard. Collingwood need to start picking it up a little bit in this third quarter. That's a better kick. Good mark from Cameron. Was one of their best in the first half. Cameron wants to go. Dacos with the handball receive. He loves to do that inside. Kick got cut off though. Parrish, good mark in the end. They've really lifted that pressure from what it was in the second term, Essendon.
Yeah, they had to.
Long ball inside the forward 50. Up goes Jones. Almost brought it down. Dacos gathers the ball cleanly. Wide kick out to Sidebottom. They've got some open space ahead here, Collingwood. Now Lipinski takes the defensive side of the wing. Essendon did well on the transition. Schultz takes the mark. Inside kick now, dangerous option. Mitchell wasn't ready for it. And now Cox dives in well. Parrish, Martin, Mackay, and now Redmond. Wants to work out the back inside kick's got to be good, and it is. Goldstein wants to go. Hobbs out the back. McGrath about to get met. Just got the handball away. Good pressure from Collingwood. Dove on that one a little bit. Play on. Goldstein. Now Caldwell. Off to Redmond. Just one handball in front of them there, the Bombers, and they keep on going. McGrath. Inside kick. Parrish again. He keeps on going, Parrish. Wide ball is a pretty good option in the end. Merritt on the bounce. Lipinski's the only one there for Collingwood. He's got to go. Essendon numbers work out well. Cox, Merritt, terrible handball. And now Collingwood can finally... No, they can't. Caldwell, handball in front. Gresham wanted to give it off to Merritt. I think he's out on his feet. Stringer snapping ball towards goal. And I think it's going to be called back. It will go back to Merritt. He was out on his feet there, yeah. Zach Merritt.
Yeah, Matt.
And then when Kawina knocked him over... That's it. I mean, it's pretty weak, but it is there.
I don't know why Reynolds has done that. Like, he was right on his hammer anyway. All he had to do was give him a bit of pressure around him, and he was not going to... Merritt wasn't going to be able to take it.
He is still sucking in the big one, Zach Merritt.
I'll be surprised if he can actually kick this with the amount of effort he just put in that whole contest.
Yeah. Cox is a big salami. He is full of entertainment. I agree. So Zach Merritt comes in to give them a 15-point lead. It's coming back, just not enough. You could definitely see he was trailing in on that kick. He was putting in the big ones, but he just couldn't get it through. A couple of missed opportunities here from Essendon early in the second to third quarter. So now Pendlebury. Been one of their best today. Always loves a good Anzac Day special. Moore working it on the commentary side to Josh Dacos. Short little kick. It's up to Goey. Working into it in this third quarter. Wanting to go long. 2-on-2 here. Oh, Jamie Elliott! There it is! Jumped up!
Well, there's your mark of the year.
What a grab! Oh, Ben Mackay, sorry, but you're going to be on posters for the rest of your life. Jamie Elliott, what a grab!
Yeah. Beautiful.
Got the lift that he needed, and oh, what a grab! Bobby Hill in the background.
All the Collingwood fans couldn't believe that.
Well, he's had some big moments against Essendon in his past. Not much bigger than that, and he loved it. Great mark, great finish, Jamie Elliott. An Anzac Day highlight from the top shelf. Well, that was your mark of the year there.
You ain't going to get any better than that this year.
What a mark. Holy shit. Bobby Hill's still looking up at the scoreboard trying to see the highlight. Oh, show it again. That was a beauty. Oh, that's a good grab.
Oh, yeah. There's been so many attempts of so many players this season, and they've dropped them. But he's actually taken it, and that's definitely got to be... That's
Yeah, I think that's almost as good as you're going to get, too.
Yeah.
So from the tap down, here come Collingwood. Cameron with a win in the tap, but now Essendon fighting hard through Durham. Parrish, he's really worked into this third quarter. Long ball to half forward. Davey fighting hard. Frampton just taps it out of trouble. Noble spikes it away. Lipinski to Mitchell. Noble left it behind. And Dersma, good tackle. So the game's lifted. Bombers lead it by 4 points. Play on. Coming through is Durham. Crisp was able to gather it. Inside to Nick Dacos. Almost got dragged down. Got the kick out wide. On the bounce to side bottom. Usually a pretty good distributor, and he is here. Now Lipinski has a few options inside. One of them is Lockie Schultz. Has to get there. Great work from Redmond. Had to go, and he did. Cox. Inside handball. Miss Kelly. Heppel. Gathered it well. Outside give to Harry Jones. They got the overlap here, Essendon. Hobbs. Inside to Heppel. Didn't have many options. Goes back to Hobbs. Oh, it's come off the side of his boot. Inside kick is dangerous. Jones did well. It was a real pressure moment, and was up to it. Pendlebury, Mitchell, wider handball to Howe. Had to go in hard. He did okay. Caldwell out to Durham. He's about to get dragged down from Dacos. Just got the kick away. And they got the numbers here, the Bombers. Goldstein did well. Off to the Gresham. He's got Davey with a handball. Handball it to himself. And now Peter Wright plays on. They've got the overlap here, Essendon. Carl Langford steps out of trouble. Over the top of the shoulder. And a great play there from the Bombers. They did it hard, but they did it well. And Essendon with the quick response. I think they did everything they could there, Essendon, to muck that up. I thought Gresham was going to be pinned holding the ball there for a little handball to yourself.
Yeah.
They did well in the end, though.
They were just one step ahead of the whole passage of play there, Essendon. And Durham he's doing a lot.
He's doing a lot right.
Yeah.
He's played on Degoe today. He's had pretty big moments. That kick inside was a really good kick too, because they had the numbers. Goldstein took it well. Frampton had to choose to stay back or go for it. He went for it and couldn't get there in time. And then obviously Peter Wright was out the back with Langford.
I think Maynard he didn't really tackle him there. Yeah, I think.
What the fuck's wrong with his phone?
No,
Oh, it's the lights off the back. I thought that was his phone. I'm like, why the fuck has it got like the Energizer beam? Anyway, Pendlebury in front of the clearance. Long ball inside the forward 50 for Elliott. Had a big highlight earlier in the quarter. Great play from Kelly. Schultz fighting hard. Heppel. Handball over the top was dangerous. Martin back to Heppel. Now Durham wants to give the handball inside. It was nice to Parrish. About to get dragged down. Great pressure from Dacos and Schultz. Should be pinned. And he is. Had to be paid. Fended it off and he got tackled well.
Once to give the fend, it was pretty much done.
He just broke out of the Dacos tackle, but Schultz coming from behind locked him up. So he's probably going to go along to the top of the goal square. Little lead up into the pocket. It's Bobby Hill. Great work from Heppel. He's been able to extend his career a lot more going into that back half. And he's playing a brilliant game. Pretty sure he's been an Anzac Day medalist in his past. He's definitely had some big Anzac Day clashes, though. Tap down there from Cox. Coming through hard was Degoe. Heppel. Got to gather it in the end. Caldwell got it smothered nicely. Ricochets off to Kelly. He's got a few options and he just goes short into Laverde. So 9.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Been a real entertaining one.
Heppel's really stood up in this quarter especially.
Yeah, a couple of back half players, him and McGrath, have been brilliant. That's going to be 50 if he doesn't come back quickly. And it is 50. Ooh. I mean,
They should know that rule by now.
Oh, I know, but he was trying to work his way back, and then the umpire called for 50.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the thing is, if he drops the mark, though, then he's play on. So that's why he wants to be close. But anyway, play on now. Inside to Parrish, in the middle of the MCG, goes long for Draper. Good spoil there from Howe. Coming through his Hobbs, looking for a handball. Great tackle from Degoe!
Ooh.
Tried to feign the high free kick.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's holding the ball 100%. He's trying to look for the dangerous tackle. That's holding the ball every day. He didn't even touch his head. That's fucking shit from Ben Hobbs.
Yeah.
So Degoe to Frampton. He goes wide to Maynard. So now Collingwood got to take a breath. They're down by 10 points at the moment. Essendon are coming hard. Long ball down the wing for Cox. Probably got a high one on Goldstein. Play on. Dersma. Met hard. And right on the Anzac Day appeal logo, the umpire will throw it up. Free kick's been ripped out here. It's going to go to Cox. Parrish thinks it's his, but it's going to go Cox's way. So he goes to centre forward here for Myercheck. Got hands to it. Play on. Lipinski out to Pendlebury. Got boots the ball. Essendon have the numbers here. Great mark from Kelly.
Yeah, that was he needed to mark that.
He's had some up and down moments today, but that was a big moment. Oh, there's that down moment. Bobby Hill, like the quick cat he is. Oh, he should have nailed that.
I think he thought he had more time. Yeah, he didn't seem like he thought he had enough time there.
Yeah, he should have. Just when I get wrap up Jake Kelly, he fucking does that. He's never been a good kick though, Jack Kelly. He's always been good with the defensive players. When he has to kick it, not so much. So Durham has it at half back here. Been brilliant today, Sam Durham. Works the ball inside for Goldstein. Good hands! His first Anzac day as well. The handball wasn't a good option. Stringer tackled and he's pinned for holding the man.
Yeah.
Should have been pinned for holding it, but anyway. Play on. Stringer jumps it inside the forward 50. Held almost there, Cox. Moore goes for the boundary line. No, he doesn't. Actually a good kick in the end. Bobby Hill, acres of space on the MCG wing. Wants to go with a bouncing ball for Hoskin Elliott, 2-on-1. Kelly went up well. Hoskin Elliott fighting hard. Kelly wins out the battle. He threw that away. Play on though. McGrath to Heppel. Being brilliant, both of them in this second half. Kelly, back to McGrath. Now he goes towards half forward, 2-on-1. Collingwood have the numbers and Pendlebury. He's been big today. The game lifts another notch. To go, he handball over the top. Dacos got dragged down. He should be pinned. Terrible call from the umpire. What are you talking about? He had the ball, fended off, got dragged down.
And just dropped it. And it's a free kick to Cox here. Yeah.
And Mason Cox will get a free kick in the ruck now. Can you do AV? I don't know what AV means. Can you do AV? I don't know what that is, sorry. Max Cam. How you doing anyway, mate? So Mason Cox gets the free kick. Inside the forward 50. Players go down behind play. And umpire says nothing doing. Oh, the kick from Cox is terrible. Turned it over. Nick Dacos has the ball about 65 out from goal. He decides to take his time. Short little kick. Nice. Hits up Paddy Lipinski.
I think Durham was supposed to be on him there.
The kick wasn't good though from Cox coming outside the offensive 50. You don't want to give it a hit of Dacos of all players. He always takes his moment. Good kick in the end from Dacos. And now Lipinski. Been a bit quieter today. Kicked 4 goals last week against Port Adelaide. Only had the 10 touches so far, but he can get himself on the scoreboard here. Not much angle to speak of. Lipinski fires towards goal. And they're back within 3 to Pies. Another Anzac Day classic on the cards. Looks like we're set up for a bit of an Anzac Day special here, Jack. Here we go. We've already seen some big moments in this game. The Jamie Elliott goal, the Jake Stringer goal, the Jamie Elliott marking goal, the Jake Stringer goal from outside 50.
Yeah, I can just see there's going to be a couple more highlights till the end of this game.
Well, this game's basically been who's taken their chances, and I think that's how it's going to end this game as well.
Yeah.
Just had to go out wide and long there.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Durham that should have. He didn't look back. Once that turnover happened, he just looked at Dacos. He was always ball watching. He just didn't look at it.
Yeah. So it's been goal for goal in this third quarter. Back in we go. Both ruckmen miss it. Tie up nicely. Now DeGoey fends off. Did well. Handball over the top. Lipinski missed him.
Ooh.
Kelly met hard. Crisp. Good tackle there from Hobbs and Parrish. Spills out. Kelly fighting hard. Lipinski rocks him up. The tackles are lifting as well. Drags him to ground there to DeGoey. Gets out to Merritt. Now Heppel. Usually calm in these situations. And that's a nice kick to Dersma. Match fixing? Oh, I agree. No, I'm joking. Inside kick to Merritt. Been brilliant today.
They just need to get into the experienced hands for a bit.
Oh, dangerous play here, the Bombers. Just got to be careful. Now Parrish gets it on the boot towards half forward. Goldstein and Moore. Did well, Goldstein, to bring it to ground. Moore got the handball away just. Gresham. Now Dersma got the hands free. Handball wasn't so good. Durham did really well. Back to Dersma. Great play from Frampton. They cause the turnover. Here goes to Goey. Doesn't have any options, so he just tumbles it forward. Here we go. Hill against McGrath. Mackay did really well there. And now McGrath off half back. Short to Heppel. He's racking them up in this third quarter.
Yeah.
Him and McGrath. Short little kick to Parrish, and they'll take a breath here, the Bombers. They know that if they take the lead into the three-quarter time, that's a really big positive for them. I think it was last year on Anzac Day, they were up by 28 points at three-quarter time. Was that right, or was that another game they played against the Pies? It was one of their games last year. They were up by 28 points and lost it.
Yeah, I think it was Anzac Day last year.
So now Dersma. True centre wing out of side. Goes long. Jones got hands to it. Should have marked it in the end. Gathered it cleanly. Good tackle from Crisp. I think Frampton was calling he marked that. No, he didn't. I think he was saying on his hands through. So 3.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Tap down from Cameron. Merritt going in hard. Chris fended off. He let it go. Great pressure from the Bombers. And who else but Sam Durham? Takes a breath here. Coming a real leader of this midfield. Long ball inside the forward 50 for Hobbs. Great work from Elliott. Almost dragged it down again. Couldn't do so this time. Howard the 1-2. He's off half-back, has one option. That's where he goes to Hoskin Elliott. He almost dragged down an absolute... that wouldn't have been a screamer. That wouldn't have been as good as the other one, but a one-hander would have been nice there.
They've set up this well, Essendon.
Yeah, Ken Collingwood pick through it. They go with a dangerous kick inside. Laverde takes a good grab.
Mackay's played extremely well on the big tools today.
Yeah, Mychek's been able to get out on Laverde, but Mackay's done well. So now Laverde wants to go on the wing towards half forward for Draper in a 2-on-1. Well done there from Frampton. Slapped it down. Maynard inside kick missed a goey. McQuarrie's there though. Handball over the top. Elliott back to McQuarrie. He's going to burn him off. Did really well, McQuarrie. Inside kick looks pretty good and he hits up Lockie Schultz. Just the speed of McQuarrie breaks away there. And a big moment here for Lockie Schultz. In the shadows of three-quarter time. Lockie Schultz a chance here to get Collingwood in front. They've barely been in front all day. The kick inside wasn't the best to the goalie, but McQuarrie did well to gather it, kept on running. The kick inside 50 was great. So now Lockie Schultz, the big recruit in the off-season, hasn't lived up to the hype, but he can live up to the moment! He sticks it in! Pies take the lead!
Just having small little moments here, Collingwood, just to keep in touch. They haven't been in it for. They've been in it for most of the game. For most of this game.
Yeah, other than those first couple of minutes, the first 5 minutes of the game, they've been right back into this game.
Yeah.
They've missed some chances as well. Obviously, looking at the scoreboard, they've kicked 9 goals, 12. They've kicked pretty straight in this third quarter. I think they were 6-11 at half time.
Yeah, that's what's kept them. Yeah, that's what's kept them back in this game. Got them back in this game. And Frampton...
Right there. He hasn't had a big game, but he had a good moment there. He brought that to ground straight away, and then they could rebound off the half-back line.
Yeah.
And that's a good finish from Lockie Schultz as well. Because he probably wouldn't have played in a big crowd like this as well. This is probably the biggest crowd he's ever played in front of.
Yeah.
And he stood up to the moment. Draper from the tap down at the front is Jake Stringer. Gives it off to Caldwell. Out wide to Dersma. On the left boot inside the forward 50. At the back is Langford. Good spoil from Darcy Moore. Had to get a hand to it and he did. Captain leading from the front there. 2 points the difference. So now Essendon wasting their chances. So in the back pocket now, John Noble has the footy. He wants to go long with it. Cameron and Cox are there. Good spoil from Mackay at the back. Davey couldn't grab it cleanly. Mitchell did well. Quainer jams it on the boot towards the wing. Going back with the flight. It's Martin Upward. Elliott almost dragged it down. Redmond. Now they've got some numbers here. Essendon. McGrath just got boot to ball and went out on the full. Great pressure from the Pies. Elliott's still feeling it.
Yeah. He's won up. I think that's his third attempt.
Yeah, he's taken one big mark, and now the last two he's gone for. He just hadn't been able to drag it down. Oh, that would have been up there too. Can you get 2 nominations in a week? Dacos, long ball. Draper tried to spike it out of the air. Kelly coming through hard. Cameron held him without it. Mitchell let it go. Cox tackled well by Josh Dacos. Dragged to ground. The tackling's lifted. 46 seconds in this third quarter. Right in front of the interchange gate. Think it's Essendon's. Ruckman tie up. Cameron did well to grab it and then get it out. Mitchell back to Josh Dacos. Little short kick inside. Good smother there from Merritt. A late chance here for the Bombers. Here they go. Martin has a few options forward. Low little kick is nice. And a good grab from Langford as well. 30 seconds to go. Oh, he nearly got paid 50. Play on. Langford wants to go high and long. Right is there. Almost dragged it down. Play on. Davey got rid of it. Was smart to hold on to it for a moment. Laverde out wide. McGrath's had a brilliant third quarter. The kick inside was nice. And Harry Jones on three-quarter time. Can he get the Bombers back in front?
Beautiful.
McGrath capped off his third quarter with that kick there. Their half-backers in this third quarter in McGrath and Heppel have had brilliant quarters. But everyone's just starting to lift to the moment. Harry Jones had a kick about 10 or 15 minutes ago, which he missed. Can he drive this one home? So Harry Jones, probably the biggest crowd he's ever played in front of. Can he stand up to the moment? Kicks towards goal, and he's left it out to the left-hand side. So at three-quarter time, it is a 1-point lead to Collingwood. At halftime, Essendon led it by 1 point. And now Collingwood lead by one solitary point going into the last change. Scores are 9-11-65 Essendon to Collingwood 9-12-66. Oh, what a game of footy we got on our hands. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. Oh. Oh, it's alright. What?
Nothing.
No, you don't understand. You don't be here for these streams. Do you watch any of the streams when you're not in?
Yeah, something.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't, guys. He's lying.
All of them.
All of them. I watch them all from start to finish.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to admit, I've done some better commentary today than fucking BT and JB. Fucking hell. How fucking bored did they sound when Jake Stringer got that goal from outside 50? Fuck me. Ugh. Can you let me know when the three-quarter time?
Yeah.
Just let me know when they move back into positions.
Yeah, now.
All right, guys, three-quarter time is about over. Both teams moving back into their positions right now. So Tom Mitchell has actually been subbed out for Collingwood. That's a surprise. I thought he had a pretty good game so far.
Yeah.
So the umpire's standing around here. So a bit of a confusion to start the last quarter, but all being sorted out. Parrish is on the ground for Nick Cox. A bit of probably the biggest substitution we've ever seen in like the last 10 years before they started making substitutions like once every quarter. But nonetheless, here we go. Draper with the tap down to start the quarter. Durham's being brilliant. He gets the first clearance inside the forward 50. Moore should get there first, and he does well. Good spoil there from Langford to bring it to ground, though. Davey fighting hard, gathered it, shrugged the tackle of Moore. Ran a couple of different ways, then bounces the ball inside the forward 50. Collingwood have the numbers. Cameron couldn't grab it cleanly. Almost threw it away. Davey coming through again. High free kick given away, I think, from Noble. Oh, he's been on onto the ball. Did he miss the high tackle?
He was right in front of that, the umpire, so I don't know how he's missed that high tackle because he's went straight over it. Oh, wow. Come on. You've got to give that. It's right in front of him.
I don't know how he missed that. Fucking hell. Anyway, John Noble has the free kick in the back 50. So now Noble, down the wing. Cameron is there. Good mark from Draper. So Draper now plays on. Long ball, 2-on-1 here in Collingwood's favour. Maynard took a good mark. So now Maynard works it down the wing. De Goey probably had an arm held. He'll get the free. De Goey wants to go. Wide ball, 2-on-1 Collingwood. They have the overlap here. Hoskin Elliott takes the mark. He has Bobby Hill about 20 metres in front of him. He goes there now. He had Crisp running into the pocket. He decides to hold it up though, Hill. He points long now. I think he's going to go long. He will. He's holding it up. He's holding it up. Gave away the handball. Dacos has some space here at 50. He goes towards goal. It's coming back. Oh, it's got there. What a start to the final quarter for Collingwood. Josh Dacos delivers a blow. That just kept on coming and coming and coming and got there.
Well,
I thought Bobby Hill was about to muck that up, but he just knew the plan all along.
Well, they just made a big statement within the first 2 minutes of this quarter.
The Collingwood chant starts to ring around the MCG. A lot of highlights in this Anzac Day special. And Josh Dacos delivers one. Just when I thought Bobby Hill was going to go long, he feigned, and then he gave it over the top to Josh Dacos, who I think started that outside the point post, and it faded back nicely. The old man loved that one. Up in the box. And 7-point lead to Collingwood. I think that may be their biggest lead of the match. Tap down from Cameron. DeGoey spun out of one handball. Good tackle. Great pressure from the Bombers, and he's gone. He was about to break away there, DeGoey, but Merritt and Stringer weren't letting him go. They had to lock that up too because he was going to get a big clearance. So Zach Merritt, he needs to lead his troops forward now. Inside the 50, it gets out the back. Jones looking for a high one, didn't get it. Stringer stands over Chris, worries him out of it. Langford breaks past one. Dersmer in the pocket, came off the side of his boot. Top of the goal square from right. Great spoil there from Noble. So Jones is still down. Oh, he just got a head clash.
Yeah, he just got crunched in the middle of the whole pack.
So maybe a broken nose as well for Harry Jones. Ugh. Harry Jones getting taken off the ground now. If I'm Joe Watson, I've got to realise that he's not Zachy Merritt. Can you stop calling him Zachy Merritt? He's not a 4-year-old. Fucking hell, I hate that. He's the only one who calls him that. Now, I know he's an ex-teammate, but Zachy Merritt, very annoying.
Yeah.
So Collingwood have delivered a big blow early in this quarter. Josh Dacos got the goal. Down the middle of the ground they go. Maynard hard with Draper. Gets out the back. Maynard just sockers it to space, but Essendon have the numbers. Mackay, half forward, good kick to Draper. Didn't want to bomb it long there. Draper's had a pretty good start to this quarter. He gives it off to the runner in Redmond. Great kick. Hits up Langford.
Great passage of play there.
Yeah, Collingwood wanted to try and go straight coast to coast, but Bombers locked them up quickly. And then Redmond, great work there just to get the little handball receive out the back. He's a better kicker than Draper, of course, and that's a great kick in the end. He sensed the moment too, Langford. He could have turned around. There was a couple of free men, but I think he's probably the man for the moment. Carl Langford to get it back to all square. 45-degree angle, 45 metres out. And they're still up for this one, the Bombers. Great finish from Langford. And it's all square at the MCG.
I think that's just too aggressive, I think, to go straight down the middle when you've just got all the momentum then. I think that was
it just felt like Collingwood were out to take control and then kick straight down the middle of the ground.
It was just not the right idea, I thought. Like, you've just started the quarter so well and you just go down the middle to a dangerous player a tall player in Draper. It's a big risk.
So back in the middle, here we go. Merritt fighting hard, goes to ground. Stringer grabs it on the second attempt. High ball to centre half forward. Noble's in front. Went for the spoiler. Gets at the back. Melbourne have the number. Essendon have the numbers here. Over the top there, Langford. Gresham. Inside handball. Caldwell gathers it in the end. Over the top to Martin. Stepped out of one. Slapped on goal. And he nails it. Bombers 2 quick ones there in front. Well, they nearly mucked that one up there, Essendon. But Nick Martin with the class. Stepped through a couple and nailed it. Has he gone forward maybe, Nick Martin? No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe he has. Well, that was a big moment as well. Hawthorn bottom 2 this year. Yeah, we'll see how they go. They're going to have to work into their season. It took them a while to get going last year.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah, well, just when Collingwood seemed like taking the momentum, Bombers get 2 quick goals. Yeah, it looks like Nick Martin has been pushed forward. That's a bit surprising.
It's an interesting one.
So Kevin Sheedy not calling it just yet. Obviously been in a lot of Anzac Day clashes as coach. Was the inaugural coach, I believe, at the Bombers as well when the first one happened. From the tap down, Stringer got tackled well by Crisp. Stole it away from him, but left the ball behind. Dersma off to Heppel, and the Bombers are actually running all over the ground at the moment. Short little kick. He holds it up here, the Bombers, in the middle of the MCG, taking a breath. So now he goes long, and now working backwards, Parrish almost took the mark. Martin again has a few options. He decides to set it up, and it's a nice looking kick for Langford. Oh, what a move for Nick Martin to go forward. He got a goal a few moments ago, and a chance here to set up Cole Langford's second goal of the last quarter. Well, just when you thought Josh Dacos's goal was going to spur Collingwood home, the Bombers suddenly lift. Well, this just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, really, yeah. They could just kick 3 goals in a matter of 2 minutes.
So Kyle Langford, almost to the top of the goal square. He comes in, dobs it home, and the Bombers are out by 12.
Well, Nick Martin, who's done it mostly in the back half this season, has just lit it up in the last 5 minutes of up forward.
Wasn't even that, 2 minutes. He's done really well to just come into this game. He had 22 touches. He's had about 20 touches to three-quarter time. He's had 2 touches in this quarter. One's been a goal, another one's been a goal assist. I mean, some people can make the argument that, 30 touches off the half-back line can really propel you forward, but maybe putting you up forward, he's a lot more dangerous. That's just a good kick, though. He could have blazed away, but he set it up to the top of the goal square. He saw Kyle Langford. He had the hot hand. It was a great grab, too. So they lift again, Essendon. Can Collingwood meet them? Merritt from the stoppage. Handball at the back to Stringer. And they'll get the clearance again, the Bombers. Long ball, right. Did well Frampton to knock it to the front. Caldwell. Handballed it to the face, I think, of Parrish. Coming through is Harrison. First touch for him as the sub. And they want to go Collingwood. Noble with the 1-2. He got past one. Did really well, Noble. The kick wasn't so good on the bounce to Myercheck. Mackay took him down without it. Harrison, great hands to the goalie. He loves a big moment. And he's hooked it to the left.
Could that be a big moment there?
This game lifts again. So Harry Jones has been subbed out for the Bombers for Nick Hind. Cox at halfback. Still heaps of time in this one. 11-point margin Bombers way. Fucking hell. Long ball down the wing. Looks like Cox will cut this one off. He wants to go. He knows they have a chance here. Maynard looking long. They've got a free man at the back here. It's Bobby Hill. Mackay missed it. Myercheck took it well. Off to Harrison, the sub. Snapping ball towards goal. Oh, a super sub. Big moment. First game of the year for Harrison. And gets Collingwood back within 5. Well, he's had a few touches since coming on, Harrison. And a big goal there. Came in through the middle of the year last year. Got taken out late in the season. Wasn't able to regain his spot. But maybe he can get his spot back if he can do some big moments on Anzac Day today.
I just don't know how that.
I don't know about the Bobby Hill
there.
effort.
I don't know how that happens there, but how he was left open so freely.
Well, if Mackay doesn't miss this spot, that's probably the biggest mistake he's made all day.
Yeah, maybe all season, really.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good season, Ben Mackay, to this point, but that was just a blatant miss. Here we go. Goldstein with the tap down. Pendlebury couldn't grab it cleanly. Did okay, but then Caldwell gathered it well. Out to Dersma. First Anzac Day for him. Back to Redmond. Short little kick to Heppel. Went about 4 metres. Play on. Dersma has a few moments. Wide ball, one-on-one. Davey out the back. It's out the back of both of them, out of bounds. Who do you think wins it from here?
I still think Collingwood do. They're staying in touch at the moment.
Just feels like they're about to run over the top of them. But Essendon have lived up to everything so far. from the stoppage. Looks like Durham may have gone to Dacos. Plays for the free and he got it. Durham not impressed. So now Dacos. Short little kick to Pendlebury. Been a bit quieter in the second half, Scotty Pendlebury. He's had a pretty good game. Now Maynard. He wants to go now. Just inside the forward 50 for Cox. Goldstein spoils, but it's out the back here. Klein went to ground. And McQuarrie, he's usually dangerous around the goal face. Oh, they're in front. Nick Hine goes to ground. And the Pies make him pay. Oh, what a moment.
That was not the moment you wanted to do when you're a sub. When you've just been the sub and that's your first moment of the game.
Well, Harrison, as the sub for Collingwood, kicks a goal. Nick Hind gives up one. And Collingwood are back in front.
You'll want that moment back, Nick Hine. That was just... not the moment you want to slip.
What a big moment that is. Oh, he just went to ground at the crucial stage.
Yeah, once he fell, it was done.
Yeah, McQuarrie wasn't missing it from there. Still 13 minutes to play. Draper tapped it down towards Durham. Draper threw a boot at it towards half forward. Fighting hard is Cox. He gets past Quainer. Now Martin has been dangerous in this last quarter. Gresham, inside handball to Caldwell. Ducked out at one. Snapping ball to the top of the goal square. It's 2-on-2. Langford couldn't get there. Howe spoils it away out of trouble for the moment. Martin will get there first and it goes out of bounds. Just a big chance there for Caldwell. I think Gresham should have just kept on going, to be honest. The one time when you want him to be selfish.
Yeah.
Huge crowd at the MCG this afternoon. Watching an absolute classic. Still just under 13 minutes to play. Locked up in the Bombers forward 50. Cameron with the tap down. Parrish coming through. Almost took it with him. Davey taking the ground. I'm surprised Davey wasn't subbed off. I thought Harry Jones had a really good game so far.
Yeah, I think it was more because that knock he had. That they sort of took him straight off.
Yeah.
Because they knew he probably had to have a HIA.
Tap down from Goldstein. Quainer gets the handball away. Lipinski tapped it onto Dacos. It ran out of bounds. Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Yeah, well, he would have been out for 20 minutes anyway. He'd probably only get to play the last
10
maybe
minutes,
5 minutes, maybe.
If he's fine, yeah.
Yeah. Might as well just make the sub and get some leg speed.
Here we go. Right on the 50 of the Bombers. Tap down from Goldstein. Took it out of there somehow. Caldwell stepped out of a couple. Davey dribbling ball towards top of the goal square. Wright couldn't gather it. Frampton sees it out of bounds. He's been better in the second half, Billy Frampton.
And Wright hasn't done a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Wright has been really well held after quarter time. Umpire throws it in again. Spiked it away there, Cameron. To the front of the stoppage, just out of the grasp of Dacos. The umpire will call for a ball in. They never call for that.
No.
93,000 at the MCG today. Pretty big crowd. Tap down there from Cameron. Coming through hard. There was side bottom. Being injected into the middle of the ground in this last quarter. Works it out wide for McQuarrie and Redmond. Who gets there first? McQuarrie fighting hard. Kept his feet. He's had a brilliant fourth quarter. He takes a bounce. Has acres of space to work into. Cuts back against the grain. Inside kick to Harrison. A little bit of composure from the young man. Holds it up. Good decision in the end too, because Bombers had the numbers.
Still going to go long though.
Goes long with the kick. Elliott is there. Jumps up. Good work from Redmond. McGrath. Off to Redmond. They work it through hands nicely. Dersma just got the handball away. Missed the target though. And now they can go on the counter. Pendlebury looks inside. He's got Lipinski in a one-on-one. Good pressure there from Gresham. Quainer, an unlikely goal scorer. Gives it off to Schultz. Snapping ball to the pocket. 2-on-1 in Collingwood's favour. Up goes Myercheck.
The one that looks good forward all day.
Been a bit quiet since half time. Don't think he's hit the scoreboard since the second term. But great work from Schultz. He saw the numbers were forward. Draper in a 2-on-1. Hoskin Elliott did well to lock him out of the way. And Myercheck. This will get it back to 7 points. They had the lead earlier in the quarter by 7. Myercheck around the... Oh, he's missed it.
He's probably the worst moment of today from him.
Jesus. Pressure got to him a little bit. Still 1 point the difference. Will that cost them in the end? Just completely missed it. So Mackay, short to Hind. He owes them one.
Got to get the receive here. Nah.
Short. Finds Heppel. And he goes out wide. Good kick. Hits up Cox. True centre wing. Right in front of the interchange gates. Short little ball to Martin. Wasn't 15. Has to work it back. Inside kick's dangerous. Heppel threw that away. Should have been a free kick. Wasn't. Hind. At the back. Mackay. They've worked themselves into trouble here, the Bombers. But Martin did well. Little shake and bake on Maynard. Goes long with the kick. Durham goes back hard. He won't go any other way. Stringer. Handball over the top to Hind. Fighting hard. Did well there, Hind. He's doing really well. He does all in one. He did brilliantly in that moment. Tap over the top to Davey. Draper has an option. Just taps it forward. Durham. Inside handball. Davey couldn't grab it cleanly. Now Dacos gets it back. And they've got the numbers out the back here. Collingwood. Maynard. He's got Myercheck about 60 metres longer. That's where he goes. Had to get there. McGrath. I think they hit the ground, but it's been paid.
He paid the mark. Oi. He did everything.
He had to go there, McGrath. He did, but he just didn't get there in time. I think he marked maybe just before it. We'll have to see what the umpire paid there, but did he take the mark?
He would have paid it. It would have had to be, because there's no way that's...
So Myercheck just missed an opportunity a few moments ago. This one with a straight set.
The pressure really is getting to him.
Well, he hit one side of the boot before. Now he's hit the other side. The next one should go straight through. Terrible kick from Myercheck. He's wasted 2 big opportunities. So now McGrath. Long down the wing. Cox is there. Brought to ground. Maynard just almost threw it away. Side bottom. Just takes it out of bounds. 8.5 minutes. Just missed out on the crowd last year at Anzac. They had 95,000. Tap down from Cameron. Merritt coming through. Got the handball. Martin works it out wide. Durham on the bounce. Gathered it well. Been one of the best all night. To afternoon. Parrish goes long. It's going to be cut off though by Howe. 1 point lead to Collingwood. Inside kick is missed. Makes Pendlebury have to work for it with Hind. Oh, pressure up here, but Moore did well. Pendlebury. Inside kick was nice.
Experience.
Yeah, he did well there. He knew that Pendlebury, if he just tapped it onto Moore, it would work into space. So now Harrison, getting a few touches as the sub today. Back to Pendlebury. Just ticked under 8 minutes. They just take a little bit of time off the clock. Probably won't matter too much at the moment, though. Noble. Back to Howe. Oh, just a little bit shaky. But they do well. Frampton. Oh, he dropped the mark. A little bit of pressure. Now side bottom. So basically where they were a few moments ago, they're back there now. Took about 30 seconds, 45 off the clock. Now side bottom's going to have to go long. Couple of players are there. Myercheck went up a bit early. At the back behind. Oh, he slapped it towards Whipple, missed him. Now Durham again. Did well. Off to Martin. Wanted to give it back to Draper. Couldn't do so. Gave it off to Caldwell instead. Long ball towards the wing. Langford, 1-2. Got it. Great grab from Langford. Had a brilliant last quarter. Telling how to get back. Just got back in time. Langford inside kick is dangerous, but it's really well executed. So now the Bombers want to switch it. Off to McGrath. Goes long with the kick. It's a really nice kick as well to right. Just here outside the forward 50. Probably too far out to score for him. Collingwood have set up the wall in the back 50. A lot of numbers are back. It's going to be really hard to pick through this. He may just have to set it up to the top of the goal square. He'd really like to kick this one to where he would like to be. But he has to set it up for someone else. Frampton stood under it, then Howe spoiled it out of his hands. Moore is there, so is Dacos. Couple of options. Jams it on the left boot towards half-back. Redmond fighting hard. Schultz just got it off the ground. McGrath, too hot a handball for Cox. And Elliott did well. Schultz about to get shut down. Really good pressure from Dersma. Great kick from McGrath. Hits up right again. Same spot where he was a few moments ago. Short little kick. Nice option. Hits up Hobbs. Probably too far out to score though.
He might just hit 30.
I think he's waiting for Wright to get ready to go. Exactly where he goes now. Top of the goal square, about 25 metres out. Frampton sat under it, did well. Draper knocked it to ground. Crisp tackled. Howe off the ground. Oh, it's dangerous. Just got out of the grasp of Hobbs. Schultz shrugged out a tackle, did well. Now Dacos did well out wide. Josh Dacos can gather it on the bounce. Just did well. Merritt locked him up. Did well to break away. Then the handball. Just a way to get out of trouble for the moment. Kelly dragged down. Dacos got rid of it, but only to Dersma. Now Merritt out the back towards Hind. He kind of owes them one. Inside the forward 50, Cox going back. Did well. About to tick into red time in this last quarter. Big moments like that are going to mean a lot. Short little kick to Quainer. So now Isaac Quainer at half-back. Drives it long down the wing. Cox is there. Couldn't get there. Myercheck should have grabbed it. Dropped it on the second attempt. Mackay at the back to Kelly. Couldn't grab it. Myercheck trying to get out of there. And on the true centre wing out of side, umpire calls for it. The sun's setting at the MCG. Still don't know who's going to win this one.
Just about the moments now.
Cox with the tap down. Josh Dacos was held a little. Got rid of it somehow. McGrath out to Kelly. Just jammed it on the left boot towards half forward. 3 defenders there at Collingwood collide. Cox got rid of it somehow. Now more side bottom experience. Hands working into it. And out wide to Bobby Hill, who has some space on the wing. Doesn't have a lot of options. Has to choose the right one. It's a really good kick.
They're out if they go. They're out.
Crispy's got Elliott in the pocket. He's got, I think, Myercheck in the other one, but Crisp holds it up for the moment. May have been the smarter option, but Essendon now working with the numbers. Crisp works it in short to Pendlebury. He's really working in this last quarter, Scotty Pendlebury. Bit of a quiet third term, but he's been really good in this last. He says he's going to go long now. Coming for Mason Cox on the lead in front. Frigidor may have got a high one there. Redmond play on. Fighting hard is Merritt, Draper, Dersma. Oh, they're working a little bit of trouble. Kelly delivers it out wide. Laverde. And now Parrish. Wide looking kick for Martin. He takes the mark. Oh, 3.5 minutes to play. Inside kick is dangerous. Pendlebury dropped the mark though. Langford fighting hard. Dacos playing for the high. Didn't get it. Lipinski. Pendlebury about to get dragged down. He's gone.
Parrish.
Pendlebury had no awareness. And now Parrish wants to go. Wide kick for Stringer. Keeps it in front of him. Quaynor fighting hard. This is their moment here, Essendon. Great pickup with the one hand. Little Stringer special. Now Hobbs taken down by Noble. Pendlebury just had no awareness there.
The first time ever in his career, he didn't have the awareness.
Just under 3 minutes. Down Essendon's end. Tap down from Goldstein. Caldwell got rid of it. Durham going in hard. Got rid of it. Oh, Merritt just kicked it into the head of Cameron. No, it was Crisp.
Oh, that would have caned. Oh. He's got to put his body on the line.
And he did it there. So Nick Cox has just came off the ground at the moment. Seen with the trainers, but it won't matter now. Oh, Merritt coming through was held. Wasn't paid by the umpires. Put the whistle away. McGrath has it on half-back. They go inside. This is where they can go in, the Bombers. Redmond over the top. Missed. Handball. About to get shut down by Hill. Great pressure. Collingwood can kill the game here and now. Over the top. Elliott has a few options. One of them is Crisp. Treads water a little bit. Dersma stepped out of trouble though, Elliott. Inside kick and he turned it over. Now the Bombers can go. Dersma over the top. They've got an option over here in Gresham. He gives it now. He wants to go long. The option here is right. Great work there from Maynard. And now Frampton works it long. 2-on-1 Durham. Did really well. Everyone's going in hard. Dursma over the top to Gresham. Now Durham goes on the left boot inside the forward 50 and Langford. Can you believe it? Collingwood had moments. Then Essendon. Then Collingwood. And now Essendon. Langford's had a brilliant last quarter. Can he seal it?
Had to pinpoint that pass, Durham, within 4.
He's been best
somehow he's done it.
He's been their best today, I think. He's been tough over the footy. I think he's been their best, Sam Durham. He's taken his moments in this last quarter, Kyle Langford. But this is the biggest. Oh, it's sprayed off the side of the boot.
He's missed.
All square at the MCG. So here they go, Collingwood on the outer wing. Howe thumps it long. Free kick will go Collingwood's way to Darcy Cameron.
Ooh.
Umpire wasn't paying 50 there. Gives it off to Dacos. He thumps it long towards half forward. Up goes Heppel. It gets at the back. Mychek fighting hard. So is DeGoey. Couldn't grab it. Just to get out of the way. Hind. Good little handball underground to Davey. Trying to shepherd it for Caldwell. Then he has to tap it towards him. And it runs out of bounds. 37 seconds to go. Who's going to win it from here? Quick pick. You think someone's going to win it or do you think it's a draw?
I think it might be a draw, yeah. Essendon have won the clearances all quarter, but yeah, I think it's going to be a draw.
Here we go. 36 seconds to go. In front of the MCC wing. Who can get it out of there? Sits on top. Threw it out somehow. Umpire didn't see it. Dacos inside the forward 50 for Elliott. I shot it! Can you believe it? And now Kelly has the ball on the wing. Up goes Davey and Durham. Neither could get their side bottom. Thumps it forward behind. Looking forward.
Is he
He
playing
played on somehow. Short little kick may actually work for Merritt. He thumps it long in the middle of the ground. It's going to be a draw. Anzac Day. The game has lived up to the hype. And no one walks away with the win. It's a draw. The first ever draw was on Anzac Day was the first one. And this game, no one walks away with it. Both teams were fighting hard in that last quarter. Kyle Langford had a chance to win it. Came off the side of the boot. Jamie Elliott had a chance to mark. He dropped it. We said it in the last quarter, the moments are going to take this game, and both teams missed their late opportunities. What a game, though. What a game on Anzac Day.
Yeah.
We couldn't have asked for anything more. So in the end, guys, the final scores 12-13-85 Essendon to 12-13-85 Collingwood. What a final quarter. What a game of footy. And no one walks away with it. Alright guys, we're going to end the stream there. What a game it was though. Thank you for joining the stream. I think this is maybe the biggest stream we've ever had. Thank you for joining me, Jack. Thank you for joining us, everyone. And a new video will be out. The review will probably be out Sunday night. But the new video for the 20th AFL team, we're going to be doing a part 2 because you guys did so much support on the first one. We're going to be doing a part 2. That will be out Monday. So Monday afternoon. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, guys. And we'll